Going on, family? Welcome to King Talk. As you guys enter, make sure you get them likes up, y'all. Let's get them likes up. Welcome to King Talk, family. Let's get them likes up. Get them likes up. Welcome to King Talk. Appreciate all the support. Green Gang, I see ya. Come on, fam, let's get them likes up. Let's get them likes up. Welcome to King Talk. Shout out to the sponsor, Teach Hanley. Guys, listen up. As you get older, the best way to continue to look young, exuberant, and vibrant is to continue to take care of your skin. That's why I'm excited to have Teach Hanley as a sponsor of today's video. You heard me talk about them before, and you're going to continue to hear me talk about them because I believe in their products and the positive impact that they have on every man's life. Teach Hanley makes taking care of your skin so easy. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing that you don't. Every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. Lapeef family, I must admit, skincare wasn't always something I always focused on, but since I started using this system, I've seen improvements in the way my skin looks and feels. And you don't have to take my word for it. They have over 5,000 5-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers from around the world. I recommend you start with the level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer, and a PM moisturizer. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teach Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off retail price, the ability to customize your box, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Teach Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click that first link in the description and you'll get 30% off your first box plus the free gift. Seriously, that's an amazing deal. Even though it's too early, as I often say, it's never too late. Click that link and get started today. That's right, family. It's go time. It's go time. Welcome to King Talk. Welcome to the Lapeef Network, the greatest network ever. Let's get them likes up, family. Welcome to King Talk. Let me introduce the crew. We got Trill, Chicago Gorilla, Humble Dad, King Rio, Shan, Quest, Ricky. Me, myself, I'm Lapeef J.I. Welcome to King Talk on the Lapeef Network. How y'all doing, family? How y'all doing?
What's happening?
Good.
What's happening?
What's going on?
Shit. Yeah.
Good. What's good?
It's Tuesday. Rick, you sound a little low. Mic check.
Check.
You still sound a little low.
What the hell, man?
Is it just me?
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
There you go.
Yeah,
1 2. There's something with StreamYard, man. I don't know what's going on. So.
Ain't no telling, man. That's why I can't wait till we get in person, man. We'll be live August the 5th, August the 6th
Month out
in Atlanta. Yeah. Is it a month out? Stay the 5th?
Yeah.
It is a month out. That shit coming quick.
Ooh.
Get your tickets, man. That link is pinned to the top of the chat. The Lapeef Experience takes over Atlanta. So make sure you get your tickets, man. VIP is sold out. Please do not email me about VIP. It is sold out. General admission is available, though. So make sure you guys go ahead and get your general admission and come out and vibe with us the entire weekend. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Look forward to it. Also, shout out to the sponsor, Teach Hanley. You guys just seen the commercial. Uncomplicated skincare for men. Let's make sure we take care of our skin, man. Click that link, 30% off along with a free gift. That's in the description. Please don't play with the likes. Please don't play with the likes today. Let's go ahead and hit the like button right now.
Let me go and get in there real quick. Let me go. Chat ninjas. Look, hey, while General Logic is out, I'm your interim chat ninja commander. All right, let it be known. Don't have me come pulling up in your bushes. Get the likes up. JR, the floor back yours. My bad, brother.
No, it's all good, man. It was definitely needed and necessary. We do got a few people that started early. I'm not sure if this was the previous stream or now, but let me go ahead and highlight. This one's for right now. Kelly says, have a great show, King. Shout out to all my guys. Can't wait to see everyone in Atlanta.
Kelly
Chat
Kelly.
Ninjas, get your tickets. The show will be epic. That's no cap.
Kelly
Shout out to Kelly for that. We also have a new member, Fake Alpha. Is that Donald?
That's a black Donald Trump.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, saying it all. Shout out to the Fake Alpha. Just Maz, keep an eye on that Fake Alpha. I want to make sure y'all good with that one.
Hey, no refunds, no refunds, no refunds, bro.
Another member, Toya. This home turf right here. Shout out to Toya for becoming a YouTube member. Shout out to you. Appreciate you, young lady. We got somebody else in here that's home turf. Island Girl Q says, happy wife, happy life. I like how that sounds. Hello, Kings with Beards. What up, Quest and Rilla? So, yeah, you're already starting out early.
For real.
I got promoted to Chat Ninja Soldier. So Amber's coming out the bushes and she's saying Logic has a point in her. So shout out to Amber.
That's cap. I ain't hear nothing about that now, Amber.
Oh, let me check the
I ain't heard nothing about that now, Amber. Let's not just be doing self-promotions out here. Okay. All promotions must go through General Logic.
Right.
And last I checked, they don't hold until it get back.
Amber, stand by, stand down. Wait till you get further orders. I was reading some, and they were saying that Trump was, I guess, wrestling with his personnel, trying to get to the Capitol. Did you guys read that?
Nah.
Yeah, I listened to the testimony.
Okay. I was just like, what? I mean, he's really trying to get down there, huh?
You need to leave Donald alone, man. Leave Trump alone.
I'm the fucking president.
Bro.
That's what he said.
Those people were well within their rights.
What'd he say, Stan?
He said, I'm the fucking president, and reached for the steering wheel. And Secret Service had to grab his arm. It was like, hey, sit back.
Well within those people were well within their rights. I don't care what nobody said.
So we have Joe Thompson, $20 super chat just came through, praying for the Shy from Columbia SC. Just so you guys understand, that event did not take place in Chicago. It was Highland Park, which is a north. So is it north or northwest?
Northwest.
Northwest, yeah, northwest suburb.
Northwest suburb, and I heard it's a wealthy suburb. So
when you hear suburb in Chicago, just think white people. Think white. That's what it is.
Well, if you go south,
yeah,
it's a totally different story. Don't nod your head now. You almost hit the screen, young fella.
I got him. I stand corrected.
JR said Harvey, the city of Harvey would like a word with you.
Harvey, Chicago.
There you go. And the girl Q again. If you don't have a beard, do not come to the live show.
Hey, well then that means we gonna see you up front, Q.
You just make sure you come with your beard.
There you go. Well, we I think we had a warm welcome. It was a soft intro.
I'm sorry.
So let's go get the show started, gentlemen. Y'all ready?
Ready as I'll ever be, sir.
All right, let's get the likes up again. Make sure you guys go ahead and share the stream. This is going to be a great show as always, and we look forward to hearing you guys' feedback. I will open up the lines if we have enough time on the back end. For men to call up and chime in on this conversation. So if you want to come right away once I drop that line, because I can't promise you we're going to hold on and wait for you. All right. Our first topic of the night, gentlemen. First topic of the night is the more you learn how to fail, the less the concept of failure scares you. The more you learn how to fail, the less the concept of failure scares you. How you guys feel about that statement? True statement? Thoughts? You guys got any experience that relates to it? Let's go ahead and do this icebreaker.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, Ricky. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, you go ahead, Rilla. My bad, bro. You good, bro?
No, I'll make mine quick, man. I think this statement is spot on. I mean, I think we learn this as babies, right? You learn to start walking, and you fall down a couple times. You may be nervous, you may be scared, but the more you practice, and I heard something new the other day. They said it's not that practice make perfect; it's practice makes permanent, right? And so Will Smith talks about failing hard and failing fast to get it over with, so you can extract the lessons from that. right? And once you extract the lessons, then you can improve on your areas of opportunity. So I think it's spot on, and I think it's something that we see regular, whether it's riding a bike, you're learning to ride a bike, you're learning to walk, or you're learning to lead a team, or if you're in military, you learn to fail fast, fail hard, fail early, so you can work on your areas of opportunity for improvement.
Yeah, man, I believe in if you're not failing, you're not trying. That's just the way I feel about it, right? It's part of life, man. Fail forward. People say that all the time, but I'm a firm advocate in that. Don't be afraid to fail. The problem is when you take those failures and don't use them as lessons. That's what the problem come in, right? It's part of growing up. It's part of being a man. That's what we here to talk about is being kings. It's part of being a man. You learn from those mistakes. And that way, the next time the opportunity arises, you know what it looks like and you can capitalize on the situation. Just keep trying, man. Like a lot of people give up because they're afraid to fail. When you give up, that's when that door about to open. Right? So don't be afraid of it, man. It's part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's part of life. Like I said, life is simply a journey from one obstacle to the next. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You got to keep going. You got to keep going.
Anybody else want to chime in on this?
There's a book that I started reading called Chopping Wood and Carrying Water. And it's a father writing to his son about being prepared for the process. Like enjoy the process and don't focus on the objective so much because you miss out on a lot. I know Kobe used to say this a lot where he said, you need to, failing is a part of the process. It also tells you a little bit about your character. Tells you a lot about your character, actually. And if you fail fast or fail forward, then you have enough time to recover, as opposed to delaying the inevitable. Which, everybody that has succeeded has failed, right? And they had to fail to figure out what it is that they did wrong to be able to move forward. So that's just my take on it.
All right. What's going on, King? What are your thoughts, sir?
First thing I thought about was not letting failure freeze you, so to speak. Because that fear of failure, rather, is what keeps a lot of us at a standstill. You're worried if this doesn't pan out and I do fail, what happens, right? And so I think that we have to see these failures as opportunities for growth. We have to see these failures as lessons, and we have to look at these failures as, well, I'm more equipped to succeed the next time, and I'm potentially more conditioned for what may come with success when it happens, right? So either way, I think someone mentioned earlier, fall forward, right? The main thing is, are you going to get up? Are you going to try again? Because failure sometimes happens 1, 5, 10, 15 times. How many times are you willing to fail? So,
man, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's kind of dangerous rhetoric. If I'm gonna be honest, I think the more comfortable that somebody get with failing, like it's just like anything else, people can kind of lean into that and use that as like a crutch. It's like, well, shit, I ain't gonna win anyway. So I mean, ain't really no point in trying. I think if you got that mindset of like always wanting to win, I could fail a million times. I'm still scared to lose because everything that I got riding on me, everybody that I got riding on me. So that fear doesn't go away. Like Kobe used to say all the time. He say, going out to every game, I'm scared to death. Scared to death. And this is somebody that done gave niggas 81, 60, 50, all type of buckets. But before every game, he was still scared. Because it's like, am I going to live up to this reputation that I done gave? Like, is this going to be the time somebody actually busts my ass? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that, like, fear, I feel like is healthy. But more important than anything, go back to what Ricky said, like, are you learning from it? Some people just fail repeatedly and they ain't learning shit. So they just, okay, this is just my new cycle of living. But I feel like once that fear leaves, then you stop really living. You know what I'm saying? Fear keeps you alive. It keeps you, you know what I'm saying? It keeps you with something to shoot for. Like if I don't fear my next move, then shit, I'm making the wrong one. If I'm gonna be honest. because I'm not elevating, I'm not progressing, I'm not taking no chances no more. Like I ain't never comfortable failing ever. Every failure hurts like hell, and winning is like a sigh of relief. So I feel like that's how most men are kind of wired. But you know, again, if we push this narrative too hard, I feel like some people use that shit as a clutch, as a crutch, and just get comfortable losing. I ain't gonna never advise nobody to be comfortable losing. Learn from that shit and come back and win the next time.
Yeah. I think for me, I would probably change it up a little bit and say the more you learn how to try, like the less the concept of failure scares you. You know, most people don't even start. So it's like they never really understand what would have happened. They never get the chance to understand if there was fear because they never even tried. So I just always tell people to take the lesson. People always ask me, man, it's like you got a lot on your plate. It seems as though it's always something going on. I think Rilla, I think you always tell me all the time, man, I don't envy your job, but I embrace everything that I'm experiencing because it's always a lesson from it. I don't look at things as it's hindering me. I just think about how it's going to help me if I run into the situation again. You know, how can I better be prepared? You know, right now I feel like I have so much experience in the field that I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna keep getting better. I can also teach people as well. I can also know what to look for. I can also take these skills and apply them to my everyday life. Because again, there's always a lesson. The lesson may not be for you to attach it here. It may be for you to attach yourself in another aspect of your life. So kind of like along the lines of what Trill is saying. I mean, I don't really fear anything. Like I'm more, let me go run right into it. So if it's ever an issue or something like that, or something that's uncomfortable, let's just meet it head on and deal with it. Because just sitting there and nothing's happening, there's just no point of it. So that's just my take on it.
If I could, I just wanted to add just a real quick balance or an addendum to what we were saying in terms of embracing failure and learning to embrace failure. And I agree with what you say, Trill, because I think that's important. And I think that's something that commonly gets overlooked is people misconstruing the message. The anchor, my opinion, the anchor to all of this is that you have to be intentional and purpose driven. If you're intentional and you purpose driven, you're never satisfied with status quo. You're never satisfied with giving your average, right? But what I think for me, what I'm saying is in terms of embracing failure is you don't duck it, you don't dodge it, you analyze it, you learn from it, you build on it, and you grow, but you never stay there. Now, if you stay there, then that's a different conversation. So I agree with you, Trill, but I think the caveat is the anchor is what you're rooted in is being purpose driven and intentional. And so when you encounter failure, you recognize it for what it is, you embrace it in terms of learning from it, but you don't stay there. You don't settle for that.
Yeah, so I did want to jump on something that JR was saying, right, where you just kind of just sit and hesitate. Like there's this thing I'm sure y'all familiar with, it's called analysis paralysis, right? Where you sit back and you analyze for so long, thinking like you have to get it all the way perfect before you try. Whereas what JR is saying is like, I'll just run out there and try. Something to be said about that, right? That's a certain level of courage that comes with something like that, and having no fear of failing, right? Like before I actually said, you know what, all right, let's go. I'm gonna go special forces. My partner had asked me to go for years, multiple times, like 3 and 4 years would go by. I mean, I'm sorry, over the course of like 3 and 4 years, he was like, hey, let's go SF. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna make that shit, bro. Hell no. Because the dudes that I was seeing that were special forces in operational environments, they were these big behemoths, like mastodon looking motherfuckers, man. And I'm like, there's no way. I'm 145 pounds soaking wet. I'm not gonna make that, man. I ain't gonna make it. Another year rolled by. Hey, let's go SF. Another year rolled by. Hey, let's go SF. And finally, I was just like, Quest, just face your fear. Like, you think you can't make it. Analysis paralysis, doubting yourself, just go. And I did. And here I am today, right? That's just a quick little, testimony of just like facing something that you were doubting yourself on, man. I would have never known. I would not be here in this moment right now had I not just said, you know what, pull the trigger, just do it. So
I think that's a great example. I tell you, one thing that was on my mind and giving my response to was, I don't know if everybody's seen Pursuit of Happiness, right? Yeah, Will Smith out there where he was trying to sell these bone density scanners. You know, how many doors were shut in his face? How many people told him no? You know, did it feel like failure every time he was told no, right? And each time you got a decision to make. I'm going to get back out there tomorrow. I'm going to sell one of these bone density scanners. Or do you make that decision where you're like, this ain't for me? You know what I'm saying? And so, and if people who have worked in sales or actively working in sales, there's a certain conditioning of your mind, you know, and mental preparation before you get out there, because you know you're not in control of someone's response. You can't make them commit to whatever you're pushing. You can become better at how you push it. But ultimately, any given day, you can be told no. You could get 0 yeses all month. You know what I mean? And so that's one of those things to where it's just, you know, setting, you know what I mean? Definitely situation, you know, obviously play a part. But, you know, that's one of the things that came to mind for me.
And also, one more thing, you got to understand the second and third order effects of you not trying something, right? Like, really take the time. If you're going to sit there and analyze about trying to do something, analyze what happens if you don't. Shift that focus from thinking about what happens if I try and I fail to what if I just don't try at all. The second and third order effects that happens of you not doing that. So I just wanted to say that. Go ahead.
All right, go ahead, Shan. Want to chime in on? I know you get out that easy, bro.
Fellas, I don't know. I'm with Trill on this one. I was with Trill when I first read it. I was like, the more you learn how to fail, well, I don't know how to fail at most things. I don't ever want to learn how to fail. And then it's the less the concept of failure scares you. So the first thing that came to mind was like, I know some homies in the hood that's not afraid of going to jail. I'm afraid of going to jail. I don't want to go to prison. You know what I mean? I've been arrested, but I ain't been to prison. You know, jail. So I got guys that they've done so much crime and they've gotten arrested, and the police has fucked with them so much that they just don't care. They just don't, you know, man, whatever. I don't care. I know the process. Oh, it's all good. I'm gonna go see the homies. I'm going back to the yard. I don't want to do that. Let me do it like this. The reason I never drank alcohol as a youngster is because I watched people lose their driver's license, and I don't want to lose my driver's license. And so what kept me away from alcohol as a youth, after I got my license at age 16, was making sure I didn't get a DUI. And back then, MAD had just started, Mothers Against Drug Driving. That organization had just got started, and I don't want to kill nobody. So even my companies, and another thing is the whole concept of the analysis paralysis is, what it is people aren't afraid of failure. They're afraid of not succeeding, which is a difference. It's a difference between being scared of completely crashing and burning versus not attaining the goal that you think that you're going to get. So some people don't want to start a particular business because they know that business may make, let's say, $1 million. But if they only make $500,000, or if they only make 50,000, they may consider that a failure, but it's not really a failure. They just didn't achieve the goal that they had in their mind of what they can do. So when you constantly try something and you fail and you start to become immune to it, you start to become kind of numb to the pain or the anguish of not succeeding or completely crashing and burning and failing. But now you just start just doing stuff and living, saying, oh, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to just drive without my seatbelt on. I'm going to just gangbang. I don't care about going to prison no more. I'm going to just keep slaying. I'm going to keep hustling. I'm going to keep doing all the things that you're doing because you're so used to getting caught. You're so used to failing. I'm going to just go in here and talk to all these hoes at the bar. Fuck it. I don't care what they say. I used to care, but I've got turned down so much. Now I could just tell a bitch anything. I'm gonna just go in there and be all, you know, I'm gonna be crass and uncouth and, you know, belligerent to women when I'm at the club. I got, you know, there's homies that it's like, dog, you like, you know, you can't come with us because I already know how you're gonna be when you get there. But you've been turned down so much, you don't care about how you look. You look a mess. You don't care what you wear. You don't follow the dress code, and you go in there and you acting crazy. Why? Because you're so used to getting dissed that you don't care no more. I think that's dangerous. That's dangerous. So I'm more calculated with it. Now I'm a doer. You know, my very first podcast, episode number 1 on High Value Shan was called "Only the Doers Are Blessed." Right? I believe that you have to go out and do. So I just make things happen. But I'm calculated with it. I mean, I don't get paralyzed through analysis, but I still make the move. I just like, okay, this is what we're gonna give it a shot. And I do my best because I know that I can do better than most. I have that confidence in myself. But to say that I don't want to, no, to say that I'm gonna become immune to failure because I just keep trying, I think that's real dangerous. I'm with Trill on this one 100%. So I don't think that people should learn how to fail. I think people should be, you know, afraid of failure. I don't want anybody to learn how to fail. Learn how to be cautious, learn how to fall, learn how to protect yourself, but don't learn how to fail to the point where you just don't care anymore. And now, you know what? I already know it's going to come. So I'm gonna just keep on giving it a shot. And hopefully one day I'll hit that basket. But I suck so bad, I'm just shooting the ball however now because I always miss. No, I don't even like that kind of shit rhetoric. I don't like that kind of rhetoric.
Well, I wasn't trying to communicate that that as far as to learn how to fail. What I was communicating is that there's a likelihood that you won't succeed, but that should not stop you from moving forward. It goes back to the paralysis analysis. Like me teaching math, I had students all the time that didn't even want to try because they felt like they felt like they was going to fail, right? They weren't going to get the right answer. So what I'm saying is that as an individual that is, I guess, learning how to fail, what I'm saying is understand that everything that you do, you want to do it with a purpose and intentionality. But at the same time, there is a moment that should not paralyze you to not move forward. In my studies, that's really one of the main things that stops a lot of Black entrepreneurs from being successful, which is that they kind of they get afraid and they stop because the process wasn't going according to what it is that they wanted to do, as opposed to just keep going and know that there's going to be some hurdles. But how do you handle the hurdles to get to what it is that you're trying to get to? So hopefully that's clarification.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. We're not going to succeed at everything. You know what I mean? Like, we've all failed at something. And I think that goes to what Rilla was saying earlier about what he was reading, what Will Smith has said, like fail early, learn to fail early. That way, when it comes time for something, to be like, it could be a critical thing that if you do fail it, you have already known, like I've experienced failure before, how to get right back up on the horse and get right back to it. Like, I don't know. I think it's a stretch to suggest that ain't nobody going to fail. Or we going to fall. We just got to be able to get back on the horse.
No,
I don't want us to practice that shit, though. Practice failing. I agree with y'all. I think you're right. It is dangerous. I kind of looked a little sideways a little bit when I first read it, but I get the premise behind what he's saying. Fail early. Learn how to fail early. That way, in the future, when it's critical shit, real things that can change the trajectory of your life, your family's life, things like that, you're not bogged down by this thing. You know how to get back up and show some fucking resilience.
I think the big thing is, like, it's not even about failure. Like y'all said, we all fail. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that failed at something, relationships, right? A business venture, a test. It happens. Don't fucking quit. That's really what it's about. Don't quit. Right? We all get knocked down. We all get derailed. Just like Shannon said, maybe the plan didn't execute to your idea of perfection. but don't quit. That's where the problem lies. When you sink into that place where, like, just like saying, when you don't care no more, right? Ain't nothing worse. Like, to me personally, ain't nothing worse than a man who don't give a fuck. Ain't nothing worse.
I don't know, but is that failure though? If you guys will keep trying until you succeed?
No, that's what I was just saying, my guy. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying you keep trying. You keep trying. But for us to say that you're gonna win on every situation, I think that's being disingenuous.
Well, maybe your goal attainment has been delayed, but I don't know that that's necessarily failure. Just because you didn't achieve whatever the goal was on the first try.
Oh, failure.
I get it. Like when we look at taking a test, like, I'm taking a bar or I'm taking a test and I failed this one, I'm gonna take it again. Driving test. I failed my driving test, right? Ultimately, did you really fail if you got your license? If that was the ultimate goal?
Initially, you did though.
But you did initially.
Initially, you did.
Well, you did initially, and I think that's what we got to look at.
I think you failed if you don't take the test again. See that, and I get the term. I got it. I failed that test.
I hear what you're saying. I
didn't fail. If I achieve my goal, like if there's a girl and she shot me down today, okay, that's no problem. I'm gonna get at you, and you get her again, and you get her again. Next thing you know, y'all end up married. You didn't fail. You never failed. You just got delayed till you got to what you're actually getting.
We're saying the same thing. Yeah, we saying.
Now, if I took the test, if I took my driving test, and I just like, yo, man, I failed my test. Fuck it. I'm just gonna catch Ubers for the rest of my life. Yeah, you failed. And then if I do this next thing, and I was like, okay, man, I tried to be a bartender, but I didn't know how to mix drinks. So fuck it. I'm skipping. I'm forgetting about bartending. I'm gonna go try to be a phlebotomist. Damn, I didn't know how to draw blood, so I'm not doing that. And so I think I'm gonna go try this crypto. Fuck, I lost $1,000. I'm giving up on crypto. Fuck. That's a motherfucker but then they just get so used to failing, they just trying shit all the time. I think that's dangerous. Now, if I try to do
tell that motherfucker stay away from me, whoever that motherfucker is.
But that's my point.
Want to be hearing that shit.
Those people get used to always losing and failing at whatever they're attempting and just giving up. So I guess maybe it's a little bit of it's kind of in the lingo.
Semantics.
Maybe.
It's a little of both. It's a little of both for me. Like if you've ever heard the expression, it's not verbatim, but I may have lost a battle, right? But I won the war, right?
Yeah.
And when I hear words like resilience, when I hear words like, keep going, I think these are how warriors are made. I mean, failures happen oftentimes on your way to success. You know what I mean? Listen, if you are a fighter and you sparring in the gym today, you might have got your ass kicked. Today you failed. Tomorrow though, you know what I mean? You may come back a different animal, right? And I think that's what we're saying. Don't expect not to fail, right? But how you fail has a lot to do with how you come back tomorrow. What did you take from the day? And how will you return?
Shannon, and if I can keep it simple, if I'm hearing Shannon right, he says it's not failing until you quit.
Right.
It's not failing until you quit. So don't quit.
And there you go, man. I think
if I get knocked out in this game, I need a rematch.
Right.
Until you don't let me do another rematch, I'm gonna keep fighting. But if I got knocked out during my first sparring, and I'm like, oh man, boxing ain't for me.
Ain't for me.
I'm gonna be a golfer. I'm gonna go golf.
And that's a failure, right? That's a failure. Those are failure characteristics. Yeah.
All right, family. If you guys just tuning in, welcome to King Talk on the Lapeef Network. Let's make sure we get the likes up. I am hearing that the likes are down.
Chat niggas. Chat ninjas.
There you go. Let's go get the likes. So we got a few super chats that came through. Island Girl Q again says, Quest, I can find out where you're a Tesla, but live. Keep playing. I egg houses still. So watch out for that. Y'all kings have a great show. I'm done trolling. Beers, lives matter. There you go. And one more. John Pierre says, should black men correct or improve a positive quality of men? So yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Could you clarify that? That's a broken sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah, send another super chat and clarify what you meant.
No refund.
All right, y'all. Again, Let's get the likes up, family. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Set the notifications to all so you do not miss one drop on the Lapeef Network. Let's keep it moving, fellas. This should be an interesting topic. You guys know about I don't know what to call him now. You guys, he's a rapper now. DDG. You said, who was that?
Yeah, he a West Coast nigga or some shit.
Yeah. DDG.
What happened with him?
Oh no, I might just play this little video. He was on Academics recently, and he spoke about this woman that he's dating right now. That she's motivated him. She has him thinking differently in life. So that's what we're going to discuss next. Let me go ahead and play the clip real quick.
I honestly get inspired by my girl though. Like she honestly motivate me to like be better and work harder and get to certain levels. Like I look up to her in a sense, because it's like this is like I never been around nobody that really, because I feel like I'm always the motivator. I'm the inspirer. You know what I'm saying? I'm the mother inspiring to do better, and then it's like I'm in a different mode now where I'm getting.
All right, so you guys heard that brief statement right there, which has me asking, can a woman motivate a man to change his outlook on life? Change his mind, his outlook on life, yeah.
I think women they're meant to be inspirations. I done said this from the gate. I don't care what y'all say, bro. Everything you do is for a woman. Yeah, you and your purpose and all that good shit, bro. I understand, bro. But you doing that so when you meet the one, your shit is on point. So that way you can take that woman with no compromises, and she's supposed to inspire you to be better. That's like I said, but women, y'all don't listen when I tell y'all that's y'all superpower, and y'all get that shit away to be boss bitches. That's y'all superpower, bro. Y'all make a man better if y'all own y'all shit and y'all femininity being a woman at all times. But you know, y'all want to be boss bitches, right? Y'all want hot girl summers and shit. That's the game. That's why men are built the way they're built and women are built the way they're built, but y'all don't fucking get it. Y'all so busy trying to subvert nature in the way shit was made. Ain't nobody gonna change unless they want to change, but you can inspire a person to change. You can push a person's mental state towards change. Yeah, they got to make the effort. They got to do it, but you can push them towards that. I don't know what's so hard to understand with men. I ain't talking about Pookies. You know what I'm saying? We got to acknowledge the Pookies and the Ray Rays, right? They out there. We got to acknowledge them, right? But the men, if you're a woman that inspire you, he will tear this motherfucker down for you. He will tear the world down for you. And Lord forbid the man that gets in his way.
I'm curious to hear some other guys. I got a feeling somebody's going to have a different take on this, and it's probably going to be Shan, the way Shan grinning over there. Yeah. All right. Who want to speak on this?
I mean, I'll jump in there. I'll be very candid with y'all, man. My wife was definitely my inspiration. I had a lot of shit going on, you know, work-wise, and I was stable and things like that. But was I financially responsible? Nah. If you make $10 and you spend $10, you fucking broke, right? So I was making good money. I didn't know how to save. I didn't know how to invest, or not invest. I didn't know how to. My credit score was trash, and which is one of the reasons why I was looking for a woman who was raised in a dual parent household, who was raised by her mom and her dad. Because when she came to the table, she came with that type of mindset. Like she knew how to balance all this shit out. She knew she had credit cards at 16 years old and all these different things like this. And she knew how to take care of that stuff. And when I show up and I asked this question, I was like, yo, what's your credit score? And she was like, I think I'm like at 823. I was like embarrassed because I was sitting with like a 5 something. And she was like, that's no problem, baby. We can work on this. Boom, 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 boom. Trust me, we get this, and this worked out. You'd be good to go. And inspired me
to like get my credit up, which in turn made me create my own drive in myself to put us in the position that we in right now, right? But that little inspiration, that spark that she gave me right there, man, I'm telling you, it transformed into something great. And now we live how we're able to live right now. Yeah, like had I had a hood rat from up the street, you know what I'm saying? I probably would have never got that inspiration, that little spark, or it may have taken longer for me to get that spark naturally on my own. And I may not have been in the position that I'm in right now, right? So yeah, nah. Like she knows, like I salute her all the time for being that inspiration for me. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree, man. Shit, I said on more than one time, man. My old lady saved my life, really and truly. Calmed me down, taught me peace, taught me how to tuck my ego, which I'm still struggling with to this day. But we gonna get there inch by inch.
Somewhat.
Man. I'm trying. I'm trying every day.
What?
But yeah. I mean, the old me used to be way more reckless, way more angry, way more impatient. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like when you got you a solid woman in your corner, she kind of just slow you down and make you think before you just make irrational decisions. Because men make irrational decisions too. And we get on women all the time. Oh, they make emotional. Da, da, da. Yeah, the same way they make decisions out of emotion, we'll make a decision with our ego in a quick second. You know what I'm saying? But having that solid woman in your corner be like, hey, look, think long term. That shit don't mean nothing. I know you may think it mean everything to you right now because you a man and you want to stick your chest out. You want nobody to play with you, this, that, and the third. And again, her being from my neighborhood kind of helps. You know what I'm saying? In terms of her understanding. That's why I say, being able to relate and identify with your woman is so important. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably still be in Port Arthur if I hadn't met her. Because when we was getting ready to graduate, she was like, man, I'm not staying here. I'm leaving this shit. The second after graduation, I'm gone. But see, I'm in Port Arthur. I'm the man out there. I'm team captain on the football team, top 5 academically. I got all the girls. I'm the man. Every party I go to, I'm, whatever. And it's easy to just get comfortable in that and be like, hell nah, I ain't going nowhere. Shit, I'm the man here. What I'm gonna leave for? But when you got you a solid woman to push you past shit and see more in you than you even see in your damn self, sometimes that allows you to go try different things. Half of the shit I do now I wouldn't do. First time I went ziplining was with her. First time I went parasailing was with her. This is shit that I would never do. Like I said, I'm from Port Arthur, man. We don't do shit like that. But she was able to like allow me to kind of think out of the box a bit more and just kind of step away from what my comfort zone, that little small ass box that I was in. And also made me more disciplined because it's like now the decisions I make gonna affect more than me. It's gonna affect us. It's gonna affect her. It's gonna affect what we're trying to build. So I gotta think 5 steps ahead now instead of the 2 I was thinking before. You know what I'm saying? So it's just little shit like that, man. When you got you a great woman in your corner, you'll see a different you. There's one thing that I said on one of the pods. I said if you got you a woman that see you the way you see you with the wrong woman. That woman's supposed to see more in you than you even see. And if you don't, replace her with somebody who do.
Hey, say that shit one more time, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Say that one more time, bro.
That's a real rap, bro. If you got you a woman that sees you how you see you with the wrong fucking woman. Because a great woman is gonna see more in you than even you do. And if she don't, replace her with somebody who do as fast as possible.
That's what's up. I want to give a shout out to my late wife, Jen, who definitely motivated me to be more than I thought I would be, and now I'm fortunate enough that I got a lady that does the exact same thing, and what I mean specifically by that is we talk, right? And she understands, like, I have a plan, a purpose, or whatnot, and she's trying to help me move towards that. Like, we even talk about business ventures together. How can we run this successful business together, right? So, and also I think what gets missed is that a woman is your helpmeet. Like, so if she's your helpmeet, she should be motivating you, right? What dudes seem to think, and what I'm gathering from some dudes is that they feel like they have to make all of the decisions. But I'm like, okay, if she's your helpmate or helpmeet, then she's a part of the council. And if you chose her, she should be some wise counsel to listen to. And so as a part of the wise counsel, she motivates you. And also maybe how she works, her work ethic may be something that motivates you, right? How she encourages you may be something that motivates you. There are several different ways for a woman to motivate a man. I think that it's just not really talked about enough. So I really am appreciative of that particular question.
All right. Anybody else want to speak on it?
Before Shan gets in here, I just want to say, man, y'all some betas, y'all some simps. Don't you know
What?
The woman is the woman can't live without us. We don't need the woman. We don't need her. What y'all talking about, fam? Ain't no cock picking woman around this part, man. She just supposed to be there to be the cum dumpster, give me my babies, and make me a sandwich. That's it. Y'all talk about all this simp soft talk, man.
Hey, it's some red pill raging niggas that's thinking like that for real.
Man, listen, bruh. Ricky, you have been saying that out the gate, man. And we know back, man. You said out the gate, man, everything you do for a woman, man. A dude don't get up, go get dressed, go get fresh to look good for another dude. You lying if you say that. You don't put on smell goods to smell good for another dude. Right? You don't do all this stuff that you do. You don't and part of part of the reason why we push hard to become the person that we are, so that when we are, because the Bible talks about he that finds a wife finds a good thing. So that when you are in position as a husband and you find your wife, your good thing being marriage, when you're already like, this is what you're working towards, fam. It's what you're working towards. I don't want to chime in too much because I do want to hear what Shan is over there. I want to hear what Shan got to say on this, man. Y'all already know how I feel about it.
Hey man, pop the clutch, nigga. We want to hear.
Get on the gas, Shan. Goddamn.
So I wonder how y'all perceive a brother. When y'all think, JR, why you think?
I don't think you should wonder. I think they actually telling you.
I just said I wanted to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah, but JR is like, oh, I think Shannon's gonna be the one that's gonna come with the pushback. Listen, I've said this before. You see my T-shirt.
Come on with the red pill rage. Come on.
I said this before, and I say it again. Everything in the world is about sex except for sex. Sex is about power. That was said by Oscar Wilde. You take the woman out of a man's life, and great wealth would be useless to most men. I said this maybe on episode 4 of King Talk last year. It's that inherent desire of a man to please his woman that gives him the power to be creative. The emotion of love, it brings out and it develops men. Ricky said it. Everything that we do is about women. A man attains great heights in wealth and business achievements solely for the driving force of sex and being with his woman. It's been like that since the beginning of time. So ever since we was clubbing motherfuckers over the head and dragging them to our cave. A man cannot be stimulated to achieve great heights without love. And if he doesn't have that, he's a hopeless man. He's not really living at all. Most men won't admit that, though. I get it, guys. I get it. Most guys are like, nah, hell nah, beat your chest. It's all about me, because you prefer to be perceived as the dominant partner in a relationship. You want to be identified as the most dominant species of the species. But the reality is everything that men do, everything that we create, everything that we have in this modern world or ancient is for the desire of love and sex and women. It's like that. It's what's built in. It's baked in the cake, as I say. It's the way we are, fellas. That's why I don't, when people say, "Oh man, MGTOW, let's, men go your own way. Like, where you gonna go? And what's gonna motivate you to do anything? So you can get high fives from the homies? When you think about the whole, what do you bring to the table? A question that I always say that I think is silly. When you think about the modern world, I get it. Everybody's gonna get a housekeeper. Everybody's gonna get a private chef, right? That's the fucking everybody seems to not need to cook no more. Oh, we could just outsource that. I'm gonna get me a housekeeper and I'm gonna get. Okay, so say that you are that person, that you're gonna just get a house. What's the purpose of having a woman then? What do you need her around for? Fellas, I'm speaking to the guys that feel that's, and I'm not speaking to anybody on this panel because it looks like we're all in unison. To the people that's watching the show that think that they don't need women or they're not motivated to do the things that they do for women, then what motivates you? Why? Why would you want a woman? If you can outsource everything that your woman does for you, including sex, then why would you want one to live with you? What good is her? It is because her nature, her aura, what a woman resonates just being in your presence, just being around makes you feel and do better. She don't have to say much. She don't have to do much. She may not have to cook or clean because I know everybody makes $100,000 on the internet now, right? That's what all the clubhouse rooms, everybody on YouTube, everybody's a high value man. I get it. So since everybody's a high value man, then what you need a woman for if you can outsource everything that typically a woman would do for you? Because what women do for men you can't touch it, you can't smell it, you can't see it, you can't hear it. It's an energy.
Intangibles.
It's an energy that women bring that's necessary for us to do what we do at the highest levels of us doing it. So, in my opinion, just like Oscar Wilde said, everything in the world is about sex. And for men, that's women. Except for sex. Sex is about power.
See, I had faith in my boy, man. I knew he was going to say what he needed to say. That was y'all that was doubting.
It's just crazy to me, man. It's just crazy to me, bro. Don't y'all, I don't see how people don't understand synergies in nature, man. Like, don't y'all know that you sitting up there having that, and there's nothing, listen, fellas, I need y'all to listen, right? It's nothing wrong with being secure in your shit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing at all, man. It's nothing wrong with that, knowing that, hey, I'm this type of dude. I'm that dude, bro. But what was a man made here for? What's the point of you being the man and you ain't got nothing to show for it? And I ain't talking about no fucking Mercedes Benz, the G-Wagon, the house. I'm talking about your shorties. Your real legacy, the real withdrawals, nigga. Right? You need to find a woman that's going to multiply your deposits by 10. But you think you out here just to do it for yourself. You're wrong. You're wrong. You could be the baddest man on the planet, and if you ain't reproduce and put something out here for your kids, you will waste the goddamn space with all that money and alpha bullshit. And you need a woman for that. You need a woman for that.
Family.
That shit is gay, in my opinion. If I'm gonna keep it a being with you, the shit is kind of gay.
I tell you what, though, man. If you got any question about how a woman inspires a man, just watch how the mere presence of a woman changes how far a man is willing to go to win. And that's at anything. We could be playing basketball. We could be lifting weights. We could be playing cards. We could be shooting dice. If it's we could be slap boxing. If it's just the boys there, There's a cap on how hard you're gonna go. But let 2-3 bad women walk in. You're gonna see a different level of effort. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a small example. Because I'm looking at everybody, oh man, no, hell no, that ain't true for all men. I motivate myself, and that's true. You may motivate yourself to get to a certain level, but the mere presence of a dope woman is gonna multiply that. That's just real.
Hey, look.
Hey, look, for my nerds, you go from regular Goku to Super Saiyan goddamn 1000.
Hey, look, just real quick. So I dropped Gucci video in the back chat. I dropped it in the regular chat too. The Gucci, one of the hardest, he done sold the most dope. You know what I'm saying? He done shot the most niggas on wax and in real life, right? Been to jail, been to prison, did everything that a hood nigga supposed to do, right? But then when he met Miss Keisha Kayor, and if you read his book, he talks about it. He talks about how he was already the man and he was trying to get at it, and she was like, no. He talks about how when he went down the road, he let her hold something. When he came home, this is what made me think about it, Rick, because you talk about multiplying. She had multiplied what he left. And now I know the numbers. I've seen a couple of interviews. The numbers are exaggerated, but the point still remains. That woman inspired him to keep the weight off, because obviously when he went in, he lost a lot of weight. You know, can't do the lean, can't eat like how you was used to eat, so on and so forth. But inspired that man, motivated that man. That she inspired that man so much, y'all was running around saying it must be a Gucci clone. That can't be the same Gucci. Like, why we be playing with this stuff, man? And I get it. Listen, man. Hey, shout out to all the super alphas, man. Y'all got it, man. You gonna alpha your way through everything. That hoe gonna bow down to you by hook or crook. She gonna do what you say, because she gonna be submissive for you, because you the man. She ain't got no choice. But like, real talk, if you look at that video, if you listen to JR, I don't know if you heard the song or if you seen that video. If you listen to it, the first bar is "Happy Wife, Happy Life." That's his first bar. This is Gucci Mane, Radrick Davis. First bar is "Happy Wife, Happy Life." But he goes on to illustrate. I think he balances out at the end. It caught me off guard, but he balances out in the end in terms of how she motivated, inspired him, gave him seeds, gave him a legacy, you know what I'm saying, and improved on his empire, man. You know, so I think the key to all of this is balance, man. It's got to be balanced. It's got to be balanced.
I think us as men, we're almost innately inclined to protect our women. And when I say our women that we care about, women who we consider family, women who we decide we want to build a life with. Granted, I'm not saying we don't have good Samaritan roles too, and we'll just protect women in general. I get that. But I'm also saying when we decide she's ours and she comes onto our ship, we are going to steer the ship a little differently than if we were on that ship alone, right? We may avoid treacherous waters because we have her to protect, right? It's about the we at that point. We may stop at beautiful islands on the way because we know it's going to put a smile on her face, right? Whereas if it were just us, we might have passed them on by and get to where we're going, right? I think we think about the we instead of the me once we have that companionship. And I think that is how a woman begins to change our outlook. I think the right woman reinforces our ability to lead, and she lets us know that she has all faith in our ability to steer that ship to its destination, right? And so I think these are the things that begin to happen to us. This is where that mind shift starts to take place. And I say the right woman because the right woman will have you doing things that the previous women couldn't even praise the surface of with you. You know what I mean? And I think how we begin to know when we have that right one is when we start to see changes in ourselves for the better. That's
and ladies, don't disregard. Don't disregard, right? Yeah, we're gonna give y'all flowers, right? But again, like I said before, y'all gotta give us a reason to be better. It's just funny how some certain women get, no matter who they are, right? Some certain women always get a certain type of treatment. Y'all notice that? Right? Some certain women, they can get certain type of results out of men no matter what man they with, right? Some women, not all, some, you know, because it's never the women we talking about. Y'all know that, right? It's never the women we talking about. Right? Right? So again, I ain't talking, we got to acknowledge the Pookies and the Rayways. We got to acknowledge them. Right? I'm talking about men that's handling their business. What inspiration do you bring to a relationship? What inspiration you bring to it? Are you an inspiration? Are you inspirational? Are you the woman that can lift the man up in his mental to the point where he can see himself being something different, being something better, doing something different? Because if you keep going through the same cycles and you getting the same results, I'm willing to bet you a steak dinner you're not an inspiration.
Nope.
I'm willing to bet your youngest baby a McDonald's Happy Meal that you are not inspiring a man.
Nope.
So with this being said, you got to earn this shit. You got to be worthy of this shit. Because real dudes, not Pookie and Ray Rays, but real dudes that handle their business, they know if you worth it.
Yes, sir.
They know. Step your game up.
Hey man, Oprah and them done lied to some of y'all, man, telling y'all that people just gotta accept you as you is, man. They done lied to some of y'all.
Don't believe it. Don't believe it. You're gonna be out there with your hands like, where they at?
That's real too, bro. You know, since there's a lot of women in this chat too, they always be wondering, like, how can I tell, like, how much the man really like me, or if he really like me a lot? This is the way you can tell. How far is he willing to leave his comfort zone for you? If you with that man and you ain't motivating him to do nothing outside of what he typically does, his typical schedule, if you just fall into whatever that schedule is, then you're not inspiring enough. But if you get with a dude and he get to trying shit that he would never try without you there, that's how you know that he really like you. So again, just in summary, if you want to know how much a man likes you, pay attention to how far he's willing to leave his comfort zone with you. That'll tell you everything you need to know.
Hey, but you know something else, Trill, because I'm sitting up here thinking about this, what Ricky said. You know, and I do hate that this is a stereotype about sisters, but I do find it to be true in a lot of cases. Is, you know, instead of y'all running around calling other women pick-me's and this, that, and the third, whoop-de-woo, it would make more sense to me that you would study them and see what they did that was actually right and learn from it and apply it in your own life instead of trying to tear them down. Because this whole, you know, I'm a boss bae and I'm an independent, strong black woman and whoopie. Like, yo, did you hear what dude said, man? Fam said, and men know that the men on the panel agreed. He said, yo, you know that the sister that, you know, the women that always don't matter what type of dude she with. She could be with a corporate dude. She could be with a thug nigga. She could be with a Pookie, a Ray Ray, a Day Day, or a Chad, a Brad, or whoever, right? Her presence commands a certain type of respect and attention that's due her. And you, some of you ladies, some of you, not all of you, some of you, especially the ones that brought it to that Oprah lot that, you know, they just need to accept you as you are. You ain't gotta work for it. All you gotta do is show up with that vaginal cavity between your leg and you good to go. They lied to you, fam.
Vaginal cavity.
Yeah, that's a new one, JR.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna put that on the thumbnail Thursday. Vaginal cavity. I like that one. If you guys just tuning in, welcome to King Talk. Make sure you guys get them likes up. Get the likes up, family. I'm hearing the likes are down.
Chat ninjas.
Why it's so hard for people to hit the like button? All you got to do is if you come in, it should be automatic. So I guess we got to do like they do at the workplace, right? We got to just keep saying it over and over and over again, and maybe they might just get it. Hit the like button.
Chat ninjas, this is your commander
like
speaking. This is your commander speaking. If you don't hit the like button, we gonna fire your ass up. I'm telling you. Come on, man. Show some love and support to the platform, man. It's free. It's free.
Yeah.
Chat ninjas.
Hey, Quest, let me just tell them real quick, JR. Just let me tell them why we ask that you hit the like button, right? We don't ask for super chats. We read them as they come in. We appreciate all that support and all that love. But the like button helps get the video out. It works into the algorithm so that it's put in front of more people. So especially on Tuesdays when we talking real talk and we trying to get this message out, some of these conversations and some of the gems that's getting dropped, we want this in front of as many people as possible. So the more of you that hits the like button, it tells the algorithm people actually like this. This, then you'll like bop, right? So you already know, JR. Go ahead, let it ride.
This Chicago
already. So hit that like button. Stop acting like a beta simp host stud. Hit that like button. As we proceed. Let's go, JR.
All right, there we go. We got a question. We can have a couple of men speak on it real quick if y'all want to. Like PJ in the panel, do we think that ego is an emotion for men?
What? No, I think it's an ego, an emotion. It's ego and emotion.
I mean, just sit on it and then we'll come back on the back end.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost on that one.
All right, here we go. Chemo $4.99. Even if a man is operating at 100%, his lady can push him to 110%. A good woman is like a nice tank. That extra you need to push you past the comp. Nice tank. There you go. All right. Typo. Yeah. Chemo again, $4.99. Accept the fact that a life is a constant struggle. You will fail, learn from your mistakes, come back stronger like a healed bone. Go. Shout out to you. Mute Shan. Shan with all that feedback over there. The girl Q with the 1999 super chat. Preach Zaddy Shan. Y'all need women.
Oh, Q got paid today.
Chemo again. Chemo got paid too. $9.99. The red pill.
Okay, all right, all right, Q.
Yeah, Shan will be an ATL. So if you ladies are coming to see Shan, he is coming. Zaddy himself, the prize.
He's coming.
Don't overtalk him either. He don't like me. Chemo with the $9.99 super chat. The rare pill promotes the fact that men and women are better together. Most men only focus on the parts that says women love pragmatically instead of how you think they should. All right. Dub Will, $5. Shout out to the panel. What's going on, Will? All right, there you go. All right.
You got one more. I think that just came in.
Yeah, one came in. Oh yeah, here it is. Zar, I don't know what is that? $140. What? I don't even know what sign it is. But anyway, thank you for the $140 Zar. This conversation is longer than it should. No woman should dictate what a man does but himself. A woman is a good woman because I make her that I don't ask her what she brings to the table. Instead, I tell her plain and simple.
Yeah.
Well,
you beat
yeah. Well, our Duka Gumadet. Appreciate the super chat, but on here we're gonna break it down. We're gonna have a conversation about it. So,
with all that being said, could you put that back up? Could you put that up for me, please? With all that being said, for you to be able to be in that power position to tell a woman what she will and won't do, you gotta have your shit together. So, who you doing it for?
Switch me and Ricky, JR.
Answer me that question, good brother. Yeah, all that. Yeah, alpha shit, big dick shit. Yeah. But do you think, and this is being honest, if you was a bum ass nigga with nothing to give, with nothing to stand on, you even have the power to do that just because you got a dick? This where y'all get the game fucked up. Just like a woman ain't owed nothing, you ain't owed shit either. Everything we get out here, you got a good person, you gonna have to earn that shit. It just ain't gonna fall in your lap, my guy.
Nope.
Everybody want to go act like quid pro quo don't exist. Don't nobody get something for nothing. That's the reason. That's the reason, my boy. Society got y'all messed up in the head. The natural order of things is for you to find a woman where y'all can make a way in this world, extend yourself through time by having children. That's what it really is. But the truth is, like I said, y'all think you think you better than somebody. But you ain't no better than nobody else, bro. I ain't no better than no woman, but I do what I gotta do to maintain as a man. As a man. But what the fuck do I know? I'm just some guy on YouTube.
How long you been married for, Ricky?
I've been married for 22 years.
So you know what you're talking about a little bit then, huh?
22 years.
Hey, look, fellas, some of y'all that's in the chat, some of y'all that's in the chat that's watching, we're not talking about relationships. Yeah, like any fool can go out there and manipulate a woman to doing whatever it is that you may want them to do, for a very short period of time. We're talking about relationships that's going to stand the test of time, my boy. We talking about achieving things like this right here, right? Because as I've said multiple times, the only way we're going to change our community and push our community forward is with family, not fucking temporary families that last fucking 2 years, fam. We talking about relationships and marriages that stand the test of time.
Hey, just really quick, let me put some thing where it ain't. I see dude. Go ahead. Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, he did respond back. I was raised by strong Zulu men. I was a man before my money. Money won't change who you are. Manhood is a skillet I acquired before I got the bag.
I think he was trying to say skill set. Hey, fam, with all due respect, thank you for the $17.94, if I'm correct in my math. That's the total amount that what you gave equals out to. Okay, my math ain't so good. I read better than I can add. But there's a different conversation. While we appreciate our worldwide audience, please understand that when y'all are peeking into conversations that are being had over here, we're in America. So shout out to Zulu. Shout out to everything that y'all have going on over there. Thank God you can produce results in your own life. But we're dealing with something a little bit different. And I just think sometimes our brothers across the pond or across the seas or wherever y'all at, just kind of need to take that in consideration before you attempt to add to the, and all the perspectives are valid. I'm just saying, I just think it's important to take that in. Just be mindful of who y'all talking to, because we having two totally different conversations over here.
All right, now we just got one more super chat from Tam from A Chic Critique.
Tam, what's good?
What's going on? Tam? She said salute Kings with 1999 super chat. A Chic Critique will be live in ATL August the 5th and August the 6th. So you would be able to see the whole panel. Everybody will be there. The Chic Critique goes live on Fridays. So make sure you guys check them out. Make sure you guys check them. You said what, Tam?
Does Tam look like that for real in life?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Every day, twice on Tuesdays.
Look at Shan.
Go on and pull your shotty out. Go on and shoot that shot, baby.
What's wrong with your chair, Shan?
Hey, watch how my boy perform now.
Yeah. Hey, Zaddy. Hey, Q.
Hey, Shan.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Zaddy,
Shan, failure is not an option, my boy. Failure is not an option.
As long as you keep trying, you ain't never failed.
There you go.
No, you know what with the guy from Zulu, sometimes I think we get lost in translation with languages. Like, because a lot of people get purpose, because he was talking about purpose, which we had nothing, that was not even part of the discussion. So a lot of people get purpose, goals, and motivation mixed up. And I think he's getting it mixed up. I hope he's getting mixed up, but just wanted to put that out there.
Tam has replied. She said, yes, Shan.
Snap, Shan.
That's how she really looks, Shan. So if you don't got your VIP ticket, you will not be having the conversation with just Tam. Just so you know.
Shan getting this Marcus Graham on. Keep turning the Marcus Graham.
Hey, shout out to the new member, Gas Gods. Appreciate you, sir. Welcome to Green Gang. Also, Prophecy the Savior. Just for the chat ninjas, quid pro quo is an exchange of goods for services. Ricky hitting y'all in the head with knowledge. Don't let this fly over your head. Chat ninja assemble.
Assemble! Shout out to Prophecy the Savior.
Yeah. All right, there you go. I think we got everything. So let's appreciate all the super chats that came through, all the constant support that you guys have been giving us. Holding us down. Get your tickets to ATL right now. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. Moving right along. Next topic. Did you guys see that video with the senator from Rhode Island?
Wow.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and play that real quick. Rhode Island Senator Tiara Mack under fire after posting video of her twerking. Let's go ahead and play this real quick and let's get a reply. Rilla, come on back. It's not that bad, sir. It's not that bad. Them cheeks. All right.
Vote Senator Mack.
So she posted that first video, and then this is where she replies. So this is what you guys are seeing right now.
This is tacky. This is lazy. What? Baby girl. Baby girl. No, this ain't it. This ain't it. Honey, baby, this ain't it. Because I have an Ivy League degree and I'm a sitting state senator. It's not about what I'm wearing. It's not about what I'm doing. They won't respect me regardless. I believe the word that you meant to use was reelected. It won't get me reelected. And it probably will because my constituents freaking love that I'm a real person and fun and, not a robot. I don't know why I'm justifying this with a response, but LOL. I literally won my election 60% to 40%. I'm looking to get reelected. Bye. Please do not hop on to the internet in 2022 as if the insurrection did not happen. Go talk to an insurrectionist. Go talk to y'all's old president. Don't come to me with this nonsense. Like, please. Do y'all really just be coming on the internet without knowing how to do a simple Google search? I'm a state senator, baby girl. The United States got nothing to do with me. She ain't got nothing to do with me.
All right, so we saw those cheeks clapping in that twerk session right there. That is Rhode Island Senator Tiara Mack, fellas.
Chucks and pearls, though.
Yeah. So, what are you guys' thoughts about it? I mean, I'm pretty sure this is going to be long, but it's kind of crazy. I think we've seen something like that happen in the Kitchen and Cocktail. And remember that what's his name? Kevin? Yeah, Kevin was scolding the young women, thought it was very inappropriate to come in that establishment like that and twerking. And here we have actual senator. She's a senator, right? I never heard of her. First time.
Well, you wouldn't because she's a state senator
for
Rhode Island. So she's not an elected U.S. senator. She's a state senator, which means she has a specific district, and she only goes to represent that district at the state level. She doesn't do anything on the federal level. I just think it's utterly disgraceful. And then for the fact that baby come back and, you know, I'm a PhD. I got an Ivy League degree. I went to this. I did that. As if that means something. Like you disrespected your school with that craziness. And this is the other thing. And I'm gonna pipe down because I know the other brothers want to cook, and I don't want to be long and drawn out. But man, we will defend whole culture by any means. Well, not we. Some people, not me. I don't defend whole culture, but people will sit up here and defend whole culture and they right to whole at all costs. Like it's insane to me that we just can't acknowledge simple stuff like, you know, you wouldn't want to see somebody in an elevated position that's supposed to represent your best interest at the state level twerking when they could be working on a bill that would improve your quality of life. You just wouldn't want to see that. And then to go on and double down and just, you know, well, I'm a twerk, and I'm wondering how old this person is, but man, I just think it's utterly disgraceful. And the fact that she would double down, and the fact that there's nobody in her corner on her staff that would tell her, hey, no PR team, no nothing, like, hey, that's not a good look. You jump on TikTok with all these, just I pray for our people, man.
I'm just curious if somebody on the panel hit the like button. Let me see.
Oh, when they seen them cheeks come out, JR.
Man, bro, they say she 28 years old.
She's 28.
She acting like it.
It makes a little bit more sense than
if I'm being honest, her cheek game was kind of lacking. If we gonna sit up here and diagnose the video and shit
For a 28-year-old, absolutely.
Yeah, her cheek game was lacking. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that kind of explains her reason to try to shake something she ain't got. You know what I'm saying? Shake what your mama didn't give you. But you know, this is what it looked like when you see a chameleon in the wild. You know what I'm saying? You see that chameleon. Crikey, we got a chameleon. That's exactly what you seen, bro. These hoes think just because they went to Harvard and shit, they wasn't tricking, bro. I'm so sick of this shit, bro. Like, like, come on, man. Like, bruh. What? Okay, let's do this. To the people that think it's okay, explain it.
Shan faded to black, just like Homer Simpson in the bushes.
You think it's okay? Explain it. Explain why it's okay. Shit, it's not all right. It's not all right for me when I see, like, you go through Instagram or TikTok and all you see is, you know, booty shaking and big tick pics. You know what I'm saying? It ain't okay then. I don't watch that shit. I don't like it. I scroll past it. So a senator that's out here voting on the changes and choices that's gonna change your daily lives, it's all right. Man, I wonder what she gonna do for the presidency, y'all. I wonder what she gonna do for the big seat.
She gonna get that OnlyFans if she trying to run for president.
Man. And she gonna have Cardi B on there with her. You know what I'm saying? Seeing how black people love to listen to her and shit.
Oh, Meg too. They love to listen to Meg too. Or at least Maxine Waters do.
Go ahead, Trill. I know you're trying to get in.
I mean,
Trill, you trying to? I thought you were trying to say something. My bad.
No, I mean, but my bad. Go ahead. You.
Nah, I got no comment on this game. This is ridiculous, man. I do got comment. We got to do better, man. we just got to do better, man. I'm just tired of seeing, and why it always got to be us, man? Like, that was my second thought. Why it always got to be us, bro? Like, you wouldn't see nobody from, you know, shout out to Chaotic. If this was a, you know what? Never mind. I ain't going to say that. But y'all know what Chaotic would say. Why it always got to be us, bro?
Oh, my God.
Come on, fam.
I mean, yeah. I bet you thought this was gonna be long and drawn out, but I think we just so utterly disgusted with the shit. Like, it's hard to even talk about this goofy ass shit, man. It's goofy, bro.
No, I think somebody made a good point though. I think it was Ricky when he said just because she went to Harvard don't change anything. Because I'm pretty sure if we go to college, we know some of the smartest chicks was out there going. I'm talking about foursomes. Like, damn, like she out there like
all gas, no brakes, boy.
Yeah, you would just never imagine. Like, man, you fucking with, you know, Shorty was what?
You sitting there like,
Yeah.
damn, Denise Huxtable? Damn, Denise.
Yeah, she's from the
So
burbs.
will y'all get mad at me if I tell y'all I ain't even tripping on the video?
Nah, I want to hear this. Go ahead, Shane.
Young 28-year-old girl, single, no husband, out on vacation, making a little video, bouncing her ass. And, you know, put it up. The video. What if I just say, what if I say, you know, if she wasn't a senator or, you know, wasn't representing the entire state of Rhode Island or whatever constituents she has, will we be tripping? Would this be a news? So it's news because she's a senator and she happens to be black and black images and, you know, downgrade of women and so on and so forth. It's one thing when you got somebody's wife out there, like, you know, Ciara does it for a campaign and she's getting paid $750,000 to do a commercial. It's like a bad thing, right? Shame on Ciara because she has a husband at home with children. This woman here is 28 years old, no kids, no man, no husband, on vacation by herself, doing a selfie video. She's twerking. Or she's not even, I don't know, is that twerking? I thought twerking was, she's upside down bouncing her ass in a bikini.
Pussy popping on a handstand. That's what that is.
What if I was to say,
let's call it what it is.
What if I was to say, okay.
Let's call it what it is.
Wait, Shan, can I ask you something?
Yes, sir.
If that was your elected official, you checked the box and voted for her, you'd have that same feeling? You'd be cool with it? This is young 28-year-old.
If she's an amazing elected official. See, now it's the second part where she get into the ego and she starts doubling down and getting the emotion. See, I don't like emotional politicians. I don't like emotional politicians because I have a feeling that you make a lot of your decisions based on your emotion and not logic. See, her response was not logical, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just the video. I'm not going to the second half and her responses and the faces and shit that she's making. I'm just talking about her out at Turks and Caicos making a video on her day off and shit. Would y'all be mad at me if I just said, oh, okay, little young girl out there having fun, doing what all her friends probably do? And she made a video.
Yeah, so but her friends ain't elected officials, bro.
So it's the elected official. Is it the elected official part that's bending everybody over?
It's not even that. The point is, to me, none of that shit is acceptable. I don't give a damn if you got one follower. That shit is not acceptable. It's not cool. That shit ain't cute. It ain't cute.
Well, society thinks it is. That's the reason.
And I think that's an
99% of fucking idiots, bro. That's the problem. We give humanity too much goddamn credit, bro. Most of these people don't even have the ability to think for their goddamn selves. And because the clients run the asylum, everybody want to run along with it because it looks better for you. Nah, fuck all that. The shit is tacky. I don't give a fuck if Juju twerking. The shit is tacky, bro. It's some shit you need to reserve for yourself and your people and your privacy. But again, like I said, people don't understand what privacy is in the first fucking place.
Yeah,
so I think one of the things.
Go ahead, my bad, King. Rio, you good?
No, all I was saying is I think Shan was a good representation of. I don't know. We have this small community right here on this panel, right? And there's some people who aren't going to be disturbed by it, right? And so maybe what we're seeing here is, hypothetically speaking, if she is, exceptional at her work, right? And she is only truly concerned about the opinions of her primary sphere of influence, right? So one of the things I noticed when I went to her Instagram page, one post said out, proud, and joyous, right? Because she's obviously, she's a lesbian. So she's a member of this LGBTQ community, right? And then she's also a member of obviously a minority grouping, which would be Black women, right? So if she's not concerned about this offending the LGBTQ community, and she's very actively in it, you see her marching in parades and saying all kinds of things, and she doesn't feel that this will affect Black women who do twerk or Black men who don't mind seeing women twerk, then maybe she doesn't think that this is so off base from what her brand is to begin with. She actually says in some of her commentary, she says she doesn't think this will impact or negatively affect, rather, her ability to be reelected. And I imagine she examines these types of things every day, right? So
if her ass lived in Georgia, she wouldn't do that shit.
Right.
If she lived in fucking Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, she lived in motherfucking Rhode Island. That's the reason she doing that bullshit.
That's the reason. She knows where she's at. she knows who her community is.
Right.
And she knows where she has the most influence.
She wouldn't do that shit in fucking Texas.
No, she ain't doing that in Texas.
No, nor would she do it. Nor would she do it as a politician if she didn't have the alphabet groups with her.
Exactly.
We're gonna keep it a bean. Yep. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna keep it a bean. Right. But that's a whole different conversation. Let's move on.
Yeah. You know, you think about you guys remember a TV show called I Love Lucy?
Oh yeah.
Right, with Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball. So if you recall, whenever you watch the original episodes of I Love Lucy, in their bedroom they had two beds, two twin-size beds, and Ricky Ricardo slept in one bed and Lucy Ricardo slept in the other bed. That's because in those times it was reprehensible to have a man and a woman filmed in their bed together on television. And so when you saw in any of the movies way back then, and I'm a history buff of film because I'm a film producer, or at least I used to be, you would notice, wow, all the husband and wives married, ring, family, loving. But if you're gonna put them on film, they got to be in two different beds. You cannot have a man and a woman in the bed together. Then later on, they finally put Ricky Ricardo and Lucy in the same bed. But the rule in Hollywood was that they had to have one foot on the floor. These are things that most people just don't know. And so when so if we're gonna film a man and a woman in bed, clutch your pearls. The man has to have his foot on the floor, and a woman has to have her foot on the floor. That's the rules. Motion Picture Association of America. Across the board. The movie Gone with the Wind. That's the first time they cussed on TV. Well, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. The whole theater was freaked out when they heard that because it was a shock. They never told anybody the script, never told people that they were going to say the word damn on TV. It's a petition to remove that film. Tried to sue the movie theater. How dare you say the word damn on TV? Now, when you hear that today, you think, what the fuck are y'all talking about? You had to, they're married. Why you can't, come on, what do you, the shit that we see on TV, all this is the gay, Lucy, I Love Lucy couldn't be in the bed with Ricky. That's right. They were in their own beds. That's right. They couldn't say the word damn, D-A-M-N on TV. But as time goes, things change. Now, I get it. She's upside down, popping her ass. I'm not equating that to a man and a woman in the bed together, but let me be clear about something. Is however mad you think you are today, you are half as mad as they were in 1954. You are half as mad as they were when they said the word damn on TV. If a man and a woman was caught in bed on television back in 1961, they were ready. You were ran out of town. So you just got to understand. All I'm saying is, and I'm not excusing her. I asked you guys, my question was, what would you guys say, or would you be upset with Shan if Shan said I wasn't tripping? Because the shit that we do, our parents hate it. And the shit that our kids do, we hate. And the shit that our grandkids are going to do, our children are going to hate. It happens every generation. I grew up in sagging pants. I got earrings. My first earring, this left, I got two piercings over here and one over here. My first one came in 1988 because in 1988, you couldn't have two earrings. First, if you were a man with an earring in your ear, you were gay, and it was always the right ear. Until somebody said, let's put it on the left side, and that's cool. And so the left side came, and then Gregory Hines, may he rest in peace, tap dancer, did a movie. I forget which one. Chicago might be able to help me. He had one with the hoop hanging down.
Yeah.
Gregory Hines put it in, and he made it cool. So then we, in mass, brothers across the nation went and got earrings. And then right around 1990, 91, I think it was Colors, the movie Colors. I think it was not Rocket, but one of the gangbangers in there ended up having 2 earrings in his ear. And then bam, everybody started getting 2 earrings. But if you had an earring and you was a guy, you was gay. Period. You couldn't walk around nowhere, coast to coast. You couldn't sag your pants. Your parents would say, "Sag, put your pants up." Now it's to the point where their pants is off their ass and they got their shirt so long it's tucked in. You can see what brand of drawers they wear. But that's just the next iteration of what was reprehensible to my parents when we was sagging. When I see what they're doing now, it looks gay. But I got to imagine that what I was doing when we were sagging our khakis or our dickies back in 1989 or 1990 was reprehensible and gay to my mom. I didn't see it because I was just how we got down. But I see it. I see where she's coming from or how my father thought. Because when I look at the guys now with the fucking shit that they do, damn, now that's what my parents were seeing in me. And my mother is telling you, that's how we thought of you when you was wearing that shit, when you had that damn Jerry curl. So I'm not excusing her behavior. I'm simply saying,
hey man, you got to post that. You got to send me that picture so I can put it up there. You with the Jerry curl.
I had the S curl because
that was Shan Low. That was Shan Low.
Some of y'all know. Don't act like y'all didn't have an S curl. Maybe y'all. I know Humble Dad had an S curl.
What?
I know Humble Dad had an S curl.
Hey, no, Shan, up here, you know, if you was of a certain affiliation, we called it getting your butters whipped. So they had the finger waves.
The finger wave with the dollar sign. The girls with the dollar sign.
Yeah, I had that freshman year, bro.
They had them finger waves, and we called it getting your butters whipped.
Yeah, finger waves. Humble Dad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, nigga, Sugar Free still rock a finger wave, don't he?
Sugar Free.
Sugar Free and
hey,
DJ
Ricky,
Quick.
you have finger waves, Ricky?
Nope.
No. Like, what about ponytail, a shag or something? Nothing.
No,
I had long hair when I was young. When I was a little kid, you know how your mama throw your hair in a ponytail or bop braids.
Yeah, Ricky.
I ain't never had my ears pierced.
He ain't had time for that.
Yeah, I ain't never had my ears pierced. I didn't rock the fade since grammar school.
Yeah.
What about the reverse fade? You know, where you had the shag.
No.
You know.
No, no got transplant, man.
I probably had everything. The Gumby, Corliss Williams.
Oh, you had the Gumby? Not the Gumby cut.
Corliss Williams. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot.
I forgot what rapper that was.
Definitely had a Gumby.
No, that was Bobby Brown, Shan. That was Shannon. Bobby Brown.
That's right. Bobby Brown had the Gumby.
And Pop.
Tupac had the Gumby. Yep. But I guess what I'm simply saying is, and I'm not I'm just simply saying sometimes it's hard for us to be open-minded to cultural changes that is normal to a particular set of a particular generation set that doesn't make sense to us. And with her twerking and or whatever she's doing upside down, like you guys said, her people might understand that. For her, I would imagine when she says, I'm Ivy League this and I'm educated that, and I know how to, I'm sure she knows how to handle a meeting. I'm sure she knows how to handle a ball. I'm sure she knows how to deal, you know, to put on her face and go close, you know, and make things happen in her city. You know, she knows how to put on the proper suit and wear the right kind of shoes, stockings and the whole nine. But if she's on vacation and she's having fun, she's not doing it for us. She's doing it for whoever she's representing.
Yeah, but the problem is that we all have a my bad, Rilla, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to pin Shan down on this. My question is, if that was the official that you voted for, and your elected official that you checked the box on, put that video up, are you cool with it? Still.
If she put a stop sign at the end of this block that we kept having accidents at, I'm cool with it. Because the last senators didn't, and we had too many people dying and wrecking their cars. If she made sure that this street got speed bumps, and we've been asking for that for 20 years, but she caught in and finally did it. If she put a park over here in that empty lot so the kids could play, if she made sure that this alley didn't have no more crackheads back here because they put gates at the end, that's what I'm saying. So, and that's another thing a lot of people look at when they look at the job of the president or they look at the job of anybody. You say, I mean, anybody in government, you say, oh man, I can't stand that person. I say, well, what's the job of the president? Do you know the actual job of the president of the United States? If you ask that question, most people can't answer it. Everybody knows if somebody's a good president and a bad president, but when you ask them what's their official job, because my political science teacher asked me that when I first went in college 30 years ago, and the whole class was like, damn, because he asked us, do you guys like President Clinton? You know, and people, oh, President Clinton, yeah, he's great. And then other people was like, oh, you know what, I hate him. And then the teacher said, okay, cool, first person, you get an A in the class. Tell me the official job of the president of the United States. You do that, you got an A, you don't have to come back. The whole class was quiet. Nobody could answer what the president of the United States official job title and what his job description is. And so when you understand the job description of her as a senator, and if she's doing her job well, her official job well as a senator, but she's having fun out in Jamaica on her off day, I don't know that I would be too pissed off.
Hey, hold on, man. I gotta push back, Shan, because yes, that is her job. That is her job to do all these things that you're talking about. But she also has a job to her community, right? And we are the ones that are responsible for our cultural image out here to the fucking world, man. And I'm sorry, she don't get no pass. I don't give a fuck about her Ivy League degree. I don't care if she put stop signs at the end of the street. Like, you are still not doing our community any justice, any service whatsoever by getting out here and doing this bullshit. You ain't even a fucking performer, bro. If you were a stripper, I wouldn't trip. You're an elected official. And you're responsible. That's also a part of your job description, right?
Wait, be careful. Wait. See, this is where I'll take the pushback. But when you say this is part of her job description as a state senator, I want you to be clear. Are you sure?
Not as a state senator. I'm saying that's just being a member of the community, of our community. That is an unwritten rule. You are responsible for your for our cultural image. Every day you step outside of your house, every day, everybody is watching. And it's your job to make sure our image is held up to a certain standard. Period. I'm not.
I got you. I understand what you.
You know what I'm saying? And all I say is I think she hurts our image by doing these things. If you, I'm not tripping. You twerking and you put, and actually it's not twerking. It's pussy popping on a handstand. Okay, that's what it's called.
We turn on the big
real niggas know. Cut it out. We gonna stop playing with it. It's pussy popping on a handstand, and I wouldn't be tripping if she was just doing this on her little vacation. And let's say she did record it. Why post it? Why post it? It's almost you intentional about like making us look bad, like driving our cultural image down. This is intentional. If Logic was here, it would have terrorists written all across his screen right now. He would. That shit was intentional.
Wait. I gotta say, wait. I gotta say that. Wait.
And the truth is, like, if we want to take it down to the bare estimate of what it really is, right? Yeah, people free to do what they want to do, like he said. Like Shannon said, hey, if he cool with it, understood, right?
No, I didn't say I was cool with it. I'm asking you guys. But anyways, I'm here. Let me break your train of thought. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't want to put words in nobody's mouth, so I apologize, right? But the thing is that it's like people saying, right? It's like, okay, so who is she really representing? Is she representing herself? So if she's representing herself, she associates herself with the LGBTQ community, right? But what's the perception? It's a black woman popping up pussy that's supposedly a senator, someone who's supposed to be of, stature and status.
You a black
right?
woman.
Right? This is what is going to be associated with, not the LGBTQ or her constituents and all this other bullshit, right? What it's coming to is, look at this black woman out here popping her pussy on a goddamn beach, and she's supposedly a senator, right? And this is what this does, right? It desensitizes us to what's wrong and what's not, right? It desensitizes us because, hey, if a senator can do it, the chick that work at fucking Roscoe's Chicken, it's no problem for her to pussy pop on her break. You know what I'm saying? So It's what she. It ain't even about what she's representing. It's what she portrays and where the finger is going to get pointed. And we all know where the finger's going to get pointed.
Yes, that's a fact.
Hey, look, I'm finna go into my chat ninja bag because somebody posted something. I wish you could go back and find it, JR. But somebody was like, well, to Quest logic, then that would be, him using the type of language that he does is not a good look for our people. Look, it's always one, right? Listen, if everybody across the board is cursing, is it that bad? This is a elected official. You name me one other elected official that has pussy popped on a handstand, my guy. Name one. Name one.
Well, no. You don't get.
Hold on. Let me finish.
But you being a la carte with the. So in one term, is she's representing our community. In the next one, you saying she's an elected. I got some elected officials that be getting high. So remove the elected official part out and just keep it as a black woman, right? Ain't that what? That's the argument that you was using a minute ago.
Nah, because she's an elected official. Nah, we got to stay on that. We got to stay on that. She's representing our people. Like she's publicly representing our people. If she was fucking nobody would even be tripping because she's publicly representing our people, Shan. I think she has even more of a responsibility.
Hey, Shan, let me ask you this. Do you think it's cool? Because I'm just thinking from a public figure aspect, and I'm thinking about also the what's the name, the honor and the respect that typically comes with those types of offices, right? Mm-hmm. So states and so, like, if you saw a first lady of a pastor, right, a church congregation, pee popping on her vacation, you be cool with that?
A member of the cloth? No.
What about a teacher or a professor at Berkeley?
Oh, I wouldn't give a fuck.
But a member of the cloth, you would. Why?
Oh, because a member of the cloth represents is selling. Right. The member of the cloth is representing and selling.
Yeah, I get it.
The word.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
A teacher at Berkeley, they get high. I'll show you. Cal State Berkeley, oh man, they get high. They party with the students. They be at the frat game.
So this is my point, though, Shan. At what point,
be like they be strolling and shit. I'll be like, go ahead, set
it
up.
Point? But this is my point, though, because you're right. The things that we did, in the 90s or whatever, the other generation, our elder generation, considered it abominable, right? Mm-hmm. And so when I see Thugger in a dress, I'm like, make it make sense. If I see NBA YoungBoy with makeup on, make it make sense. The black fingernails, all that stuff, I'm like, make it make sense for me, right? My point becomes, Shan, it's like, at what point do we as men or as men in a community, and especially trying to improve a community, stand up and say, no, you're going against the standard? Because for the most part, on those type of things, like the things that our parents took issue with the sagging of the jeans and all that type of stuff, they wasn't that far off. And we see the more and more we push in terms of, well, I'm free to do this because I'm free. We're in the land of the free and the home of the brave. Yeah, I could do whatever I want. Who gonna check me, boo? Right? That's the attitude that the youth have. The youth are rebellious by nature. Like, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So at what point do we stand up as men and say, nah, that don't fly? You're an elected, and I'm not taking issue with the fact that she's representing black. I'm saying this is an elected official. And the same way they get on Marjorie Taylor head, and what's the other chick? There's another chick that was on their head. Oh man, there's so many of the officials, elected officials on that side, stuff is coming out about them and they on their head. I'm looking the same way. And more so because you saying you black, you got a PhD or you an Ivy League graduate from Brown University, and you out here pee popping. That's what they taught you to do. That's what you went to school to do.
Pee popping. Call it what it is. Really.
Hey, I want to get Rio. I know Rio was trying to get in. You trying to get in, Rio?
My bad, Rio.
I was just saying. I think we use some words about, okay, what is it that you're selling? I think she's promoting and selling free-spirited behavior. Like when you look at her Instagram, when you Google her and articles about her, she's identifying with this LGBT community. She's identifying with free-spirited behavior, which some of us would consider rebellious behavior, so to speak. So if we were to go and talk to her as Black men from the Black community, I don't even know that she would care what we had to say.
She wouldn't give a damn.
She's not in the least bit phased by us being upset. I mean, it's almost like when you talk to a rebellious teenager, it's in one ear and out the other. You don't have enough of an impression.
Nope.
On them to change anything. And then she has this support, right? Because it's resemblant of American culture, right?
That's a landslide. She won in the landslide, 60%.
Right. And you think about who's her real support, right? And so, yeah, you may lose some people with traditional mindsets, but then you gain more
with the modern.
Right? Wait. Let me say something. Let's not get it twisted, man. Lori Lightfoot won the mayor's office in Chicago because nobody wanted to vote for Preckwinkle. Not one single soul. So after Preckwinkle,
they hated somebody else so much that they voted for somebody they don't even know.
Lori, right?
Sounds familiar.
Once she listen. Once Preckwinkle did that sugar tax and was taxing folk on pop getting soda, and like there was a tax on pop. Yeah, it was over for her.
It's a tax for bags too, right?
It's that's still in play.
Yeah,
7 cents for
7 cents for the bag in Chicago.
All I'm saying, really, is there's a language that we don't speak. She has a community that identifies with her and supports her that doesn't include us.
You know what I'm saying is we can't misconstrue it. I'm sorry, just real quick, Rio. What I'm saying is we can't misconstrue it and think that that's what that is when she actually may just be the lesser of two evils. Doesn't mean that she has the support, right? Because Lori, trust me, if people could go back and do it again, I promise you they probably would have voted for Preckwinkle. They probably would go back, rescind their votes, and vote for Preckwinkle. But I get the gist of what you're saying, bro. I'm sorry, man. I mean,
no, definitely. I think that's good perspective. I would challenge anybody in the chat who's a member of the LGBT community and is familiar with this elected official. Give us some feedback. Let us know. I mean, does she have that much of an impact? When I research her, it seems that she does.
I got a guy in Rhode Island right now about to reach out to him. I want to see what his perspective is.
So I do want to tap on what really was saying earlier, like talking about when
I final thoughts on this one, y'all. Go ahead.
When Thugger and all these folks is dressing up in dresses and things like that. I'm going back to like if Terrence down the street, Devontae, and all these random dudes up and down the block were to do that, nobody will be tripping about it, right? Because they don't have influence over our community as a whole, right? We individually may not be influenced by Thugger, but he commands a huge following of people, right? I think we'd be foolish to not at least agree on that. And because he does, he has a responsibility on what our cultural image looks like. And so does she. And she ain't getting off. I can't give her a pass, man. She's commanding the attention. And now, even more so now, because I guarantee this shit done went viral. Did it go viral, JR?
Yeah, it went viral.
Yeah. So now you got an entire nation. Viral. You got an entire nation of Black women that's like, oh, which an elected official did it. It's okay to pussy pop on a handstand all over the place now. Like, this is what. Why is this the thing that we want for our people? I'm sorry.
Even her response is like there doesn't appear to be a real code of conduct. She's responding to comments in her inbox or whatever it may be with an attitude almost, right? As if she's just a normal civilian or citizen who is not held to high esteem and is responding in such a way that it's just like, so basically. That's what her call. If you were to take it with one word, it's like, so I don't care. I'm gonna do this anyway. That's
like she wanted niggas from down the street.
Yeah.
Yep.
My last point on this before you move on is that because it's getting stretched, but it's like again, it doesn't matter who she represents. It's who's going to get what a finger's going to be pointed at. Right. I think that's the bigger issue. And I'm tired of these people. Like the truth of the matter is us as a community, if we're going to be a community, if we're going to be a collective, is we got to learn to cut these people off at the quick. Right. We got to learn to cut, just because all skin folk ain't kinfolk. I'm real tired of hearing people who, just because they got dark skin, but really they blood run different, could keep trying to speak on us. I'm real tired of that shit. I'm real tired of that shit, bro. Everybody want to, oh yeah, I'm this, I'm blacker than that, but I mean, god damn it, that ain't what you really are. Y'all know that I ain't gonna even get it. It's deeper than rap, bro. It's deeper than rap.
They ain't really for the community.
All right. Guys, just tuning in. Welcome to King Talk. Make sure you guys get them likes up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Get your tickets to ATL. That link is pinned to the top of the chat right now, and it's also in the description. Hit that join button. Become a member. Go green. Green Gang, I see you in the chat. Shout out to you. We could get through these super chats real quick. And the girl Q says, Shan face lit up like a kid in a candy store. Tam, lives matter. So people are definitely noticing your face expressions when it comes to Tam.
Yeah. Island, I'm Q. Don't worry about it, baby. I'm yours.
Oh, watch out. Watch out. Girl Q. She said she must represent Atlanta. I think she's talking about the Rhode Island senator. So
yeah.
Thank you, Q, for that super chat. Chemo again, 199. High class 304. TikTok senator. Get the F out of here, man. Yeah. Seen it here first. Baby Zaddy. Uh-oh, Shan. Competition. $2. Twerk for the vote. Ratchet votes matter. Shan said he the only Zaddy, huh? JS499 says, take a look at her old pic. Short hair. She's part of the Alphabet Gang. That's what Rio was describing. So thanks for the contact. Sherwin Thomas, $5. Shan, you better sharpen your game because you're going to be competing with Logic for Tam. I don't know if you heard about it yet. Logic he had a ring out. Hope you can sing too, because Logic be singing his heart out. Yeah, catch that on She Critique. Logic been doing a little.
God damn, Tam. You got choices and options out here, Tam. What's happening?
Oh, watch out now. Prophecy the Savior, $10 said, not gonna lie, Logic is right. We are in the end of times now. Rilla and Ricky stating facts, laughing my ass off at Quest. Not the only fans, laugh my ass off. Now Trill was looking for that at an old girl. Laugh my ass off. I'm joking. I laughed my ass off in that one. Carl Oakley, $5. As a politician, you aren't respected until you have a little dirt on you anyways. Unfortunately, twerking is a part of the black culture. He's a little bit disturbed by that. $49.99 super chat from Gas Gods. It's my second time. Yes, my second time seeing you. I never seen nobody do a $49.99 super sticker, but we definitely appreciate it over here at the Lapeef Network. Salute to you. Del Will, $2 if it's in a private school. If it's in private, cool. It's supposed to be school?
No, if it's in private, cool. But why post it, Shan? No, I'm just playing devil's advocate. As long as everybody understands that the job of a state senator is simply to pass legislation for their constituents, then it's going to be a difficult argument to say she's a state senator. That she's representing the people. Maybe they all twerk in fucking Rhode Island. I don't know.
Come on, Shan. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out, bro.
Baby Zaddy again. A $5 super chat giving Shan a run for his money. Ray Rice was a great running back. Guess we should let him play. I appreciate all the super chats that has come through thus far. We got a couple more that came through. Duty Honor Caffeine 999. Y'all should see how these peasants and roaches fight so hard to be peasants and roaches and still have respect. Not for me.
Shout out to you, man.
And then we got another one. Gentlemen, great topics of conversation tonight. Appreciate that. I believe the senator may have crossed the line. This is something called conduct. Becoming a senator, popping bad look. So yeah, I think that's it for right now. Yeah, thank y'all for super chats. Appreciate y'all. Welcome to King Talk again. Let's go ahead and get these likes up. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Get your tickets to ATL. Shout out to the sponsor, T Channel.
Hey, man, make sure y'all popping on that like button in the chat, man.
Yeah,
Chat niggas assemble.
There you go. Real quick, man. Let's just go ahead and fly through this one. The jump on the broom. The jump on the broom. Is that a black thing? It is. So
I always thought that was something that.
Go ahead, Quest.
I always thought that was a tradition that derived from before slavery, because getting married was illegal. That was the way they kind of did it. Was to show that they were married, was jumping the broom. I thought that was something that was a tradition that we carried on. I may be jacked up a little bit. Chat, please help me out. But I think it has something along those lines. Something to do along those lines.
Okay, so then
wait, what was the question?
Would you guys be offended? I was asking about jumping the broom. Was that a black thing? Because I never really knew, but apparently an interracial couple receives backlash for jumping the broom at their wedding. And
yeah,
you know, I didn't know if that was considered bad. Like, would you guys be offended?
well, it's cultural appropriation. Black jumping the room, I've done it twice, is a black thing.
Okay.
What's
No, but
jumping the broom ain't for everybody. That's a black thing.
But
what's the origin?
but I've been to African weddings where I've seen certain traditions, and the other spouse was not from the African culture, and they still, well, it was the man, so he was the African. I guess they still did things that they did in his culture in the wedding, even though. It was acceptable then. So why wouldn't jumping the broom be acceptable?
Oh, wait. So what happened? Did some white people jump?
Okay, so let me okay, here we go. No, it wasn't just white people. It was interracial. It's at the bottom of the screen right there. So basically, congrats to John and Marcus on jumping the broom.
What's the problem? It's a brother.
Yeah. Well, people was in an uproar. They said jumping the broom with white women in New Orleans. You have not a black man jumping the broom with a white woman on this land. Y'all have no shame. Y'all jumping the broom with people who would have owned you. Doing this with a white person is disrespect, as enslaved Africans in America were not allowed to legally marry. Jumping the broom was a symbolic way of showing they had become married. Black people do this in order to honor their ancestors. Jumping the broom with the last 23 years is so specific. You gotta see it. So it should symbolize jumping the broom. Yeah. There's no need to be meeting to discuss the slander at hand. And then, the wedding photographer who photographed the interracial couple jumping the broom should have turned the comments off immediately. But maybe they're enjoying the engagement and aren't ashamed or concerned for the couple's feelings. Maybe they want the couple to be flamed. I don't know. So a lot of backlash with that. I just was curious.
I did not notice one black man in the names of all those people commenting. They were all black women. And the main photo you showed was a black man jumping a room. And I know a later one came with a white man jump with a black woman. But those comments probably all came mainly from that brother with the white woman. It's more than just the argument ain't they're jumping the broom. The argument, their deep-rooted argument is they lost another black man to a white woman.
Right. If it was just the black woman with the white man, they'd have been like, yes, girlfriend, yes, make him jump the broom. Fuck out of here. Who cares? Really, who cares, man?
Yeah. So with that being said, if the issue is interracial marriage, and if that reminds us of us not having the right to marry before the Civil War, should we all have an issue with it? I mean, is it that black people should be offended? I mean, if that's what it's really about.
I don't know if I'm catching your parallel. Like,
so we're saying that they're stating that the issue is her, the white woman, participating in the ceremonious jumping of the broom, which originated from pre-Civil War, prior to us prior to our marriages being acknowledged. She doesn't have the right because you and your ancestors didn't experience that struggle. So is the issue with interracial marriage also stemming from those same pains, so to speak?
I would imagine for anybody that's on Dr. Umar's side, that's I rock with Dr. Umar except for that one point. I think love is love. Go where you celebrate it. So I'm not really tripping on it from an interracial marriage standpoint. You know what I mean? So, brothers, if I'm all about black love, and I want black love, and I want black women to marry black men. I want black men to marry black women. One of the biggest arguments I've heard so far, and I'm gonna get to your question, King Rio. Is it an issue with the interracial marriage? The thing is, black men, by and large, don't say, "Oh man, I got a yearning for a white woman. I think white women are beautiful." The biggest argument that you hear when it comes to black men marrying outside of black women is that they can't get a black woman to be cooperative. And so he's almost forced to go out. It's not that he has this inherent desire, like he thinks black women are reprehensible or ugly or anything like that. It's not a situation where he's looking at white women saying, "Damn, she's bad. I just can't wait to get me that white chick. Ooh, I love how she's shaped. I love that." That's not what black men, you don't hear that. You hear, "God damn, Shanae is tripping. And I can't, so what's up? Let me go over here and check out what's going on over here."
That's facts.
So, and I definitely feel you on that. So if we were to say, I'll speak for myself. I was almost conditioned by my black mother she basically said it was not acceptable for me to bring a white girl home, period. Right.
Pink monkey.
And so with that being said, if we think about where that comes from, we're not so far removed from slavery that there was a point where that was a dangerous thing to do. Right. So these things go on from generation to generation to generation. And maybe there's a reason, Shane, why we don't look at other colors with the same attraction, because maybe we've been taught not to.
I used to walk around like it being Whole Foods or some shit like that, me and my wife, and I see a brother with, a white girl or something like that. This is years ago, and I'd be like, "Weak ass nigga, man. Damn, bro, what the fuck?" I would say that back in the day, and the more and more I start to learn and pay attention from a different lens, at our women, within our culture and things like that, it's like I don't even have that same outlook anymore. It's like maybe the brother tried and couldn't find nothing,
which is typically the case.
Which is typically the case now, right? I just calibrated my lens a little bit more and started looking just a little bit more deeper. But me being raised by my mom kind of prevented me from having that clarity in my lens, right? But now that I do, like, I can't even trip off that, bro. I can't trip. I tell people all the time, yeah, just like Shan said, I love black love. I love to see it. I think I commented on Trill post today and was like, I love to see it. Him and his wife, a black couple. I love to see that shit, man. That shit, I love it, legit. And I tell our young boys all the time, look, man, don't just step over our women thinking that there's going to be something better out there in the world. At least try to give our people or give our women an opportunity. And if they have to, like, allow them to fail, or, you know what I mean, let you down, and not just one time, because we know it could be some anomaly type stuff. Who knows? Second, third time, whatever. But if after you've gone through this shit multiple times with black women and you're not seeing any possible future with this, it's gone. Hey, handle your business. Can't nobody look at you crazy. You gave them an opportunity and they just continue to fail you. I don't know. I have a different lens on this now.
I want to ask a question, and it's kind of going against the grain, but
what, JR, did we answer King Rio? Because I did deflect his question. He was asking, is it, I guess King Rio, to answer that, so we can go to JR, is you'd have to find somebody who is not with interracial marriage. And you know, as much as I would like brothers and sisters to be married together, I'll go where you're appreciated. This is my point. So then I can't really say that it's an issue with the interracial part of it from a traditional standpoint. I'm just like, yo, he brought his culture to his wife. So jump, baby. That's it.
We know white folks can't jump like that, but goddamn it, get some boings in your step. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you got for us, JR?
Yeah, I just want to ask a question to the panel. Do you think other races are, and there are some, right? Because I get if you're Muslim, you got to be a Muslim. It's a little bit more strict. But for some of the other cultures, that's not as strict. But do you think they thinking about it how we thinking about it? Like, I'm so happy to see black love. Like, do you think they going around saying, I'm so happy to see white love?
No.
Nope.
I'm so, well, you know, why is it that when it comes to us that we are so happy? I'm just curious.
They do.
So
wait,
they do. I'm
white
telling you,
people may, but not other races.
Yes,
Asians. So you saying like Asians and like Arabics, Arabs and things like that as well, Ricky?
Well,
no, I'm talking about the Caucasian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm telling y'all, first-hand experience. They do.
Right. Okay, so yeah. But it's normal though. That's why. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I think the reason that I think the reason.
Bruh, don't do this, Shannon. I don't want to go there.
He in Minnesota, Shannon. He in Minnesota.
Don't do this one, bro.
He in Minnesota.
Yeah,
I do weddings every weekend, bro. The shit I hear, I'm telling y'all, bro. Yes, they do. And I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with us saying, hey, I'd like to marry someone of my race or Asian or Indian because blood count for something.
No. Hold on. He said,
oh, yeah.
Celebrating.
Yeah,
I think. Hold on. JR said, do you see other races celebrating? Yeah. So, like within the Asian community, you think that you'll see? I just
Asian. You think Asian
love.
families is happy that her daughter is marrying Tyrone?
It's
no. Again, Quest. I can only speak on what I saw, which is the Caucasians.
Well, I'm not really sure how common it is for other races. You know, I'm not sure if they looking to seek out. You may have the very few people that may decide to go another race.
So but, Italians,
but you know how. Yeah, but you know how we do. I've been hearing this, and it could just be because we in this bubble, in this space, and we hearing a lot of. I'm gonna spill my fucking.
No, I got you. So the answer, the reason why
I drag my finger in a whole cup and the motherfucker almost spill. But no, I'm just curious. Actually, I know. Go ahead, Shan, because you're really trying to get it out, brother. Go ahead.
No, because I want to make sure me and Ricky is on. Ricky, you're saying that white folks celebrate their daughter marrying Tyrone?
No.
Okay, then we on the same sheet.
They celebrate their daughter marrying Brad.
Thank you. Okay, then yeah, me Quest. He was back. Quest. We had we were lost in translation. He's on our side, Quest.
Okay.
He's thinking the same thing we're saying. We're saying that white folk want white folk to marry white folk.
Yes.
That's what me and Quest
celebrated.
So look, okay. I think we are on two different. So I agree. I do think white folks want white folks to marry white folks. What I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, JR is saying, do they have to celebrate it like how we have to celebrate black love the way we have to celebrate it, right? Because we see too often like our black men jumping outside of their race. So we have to really accentuate like black love. Hey, black love. Asians don't have to do that because that's normal is what I'm getting at. I do understand that Hispanics take it seriously, that they marry within Hispanic race and Hispanic culture, Mexicans marrying Mexicans, so on and so forth. Asians, whatever country, Filipinos marrying Filipinos, so on and so forth, right? But that's normal to them. They don't have to celebrate it so much. We all have to.
We also got to acknowledge though
what JR was talking about.
We also got to acknowledge though, Quest, in some of these other cultures, being married isn't so much about being in love, right? So this black love thing that's in our culture doesn't necessarily identify in some others.
And the thing, and this is my opinion, guys. Y'all can take it how y'all want. In my 49 years of life, what it seems to me is that the black race is the only race, or the only nationality, whatever y'all want to call yourselves today, right? Whatever y'all want to call it, culture, yes, that celebrates and act like dating outside their race is an upgrade.
Got you. And I think that's what JR is trying to say. Like, why do we do that? Why are we like, okay, go where you celebrate it, where everybody else ain't saying the same thing?
Because they don't
Why do
have
black
to.
people.
They don't have to because their women fall in line. Our women are the only women. I'm just gonna call it out there. I know I'm about to ruffle some feathers. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be honest. Our women are the only women that do this shit where they cannot fall in line to the leadership of their men. White women do it. Asian women do it. They do it in every other culture. That Arabic women do it. I've been to all these fucking countries too, by the way. Latinos do it heavy. They fall under the leadership of their men. Our women are the only ones that say, fuck that. Hot girl summer. I'm going to get the bag. Da, 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 da.
Hey, Quest. So since we're having a conversation real quick before we move on to the next one, because I know some people in there and saying, and we've heard this before, are the women submitting and falling under leadership no matter the quality of the guy? Like, do they just respect man, period? Or in other cultures, do they have the Pookie and Ray Rays over there too that they don't fall up under leadership? So
I can answer that just because I've been to, I don't know, like 40, 50 some countries, some shit like that. They got Pookie and Ray Rays everywhere. they just their own version of it, but they still fall underneath the leadership of them. Every culture I've ever been to, man, across the world, bro, they fall in line. Our women are the only women that do not.
So trailer trash wants trailer trash. Trailer trash women don't have no problem marrying a trailer trash man.
They sure enough don't.
They looking for it. But she is happy with Bubba.
And
going to the bar and going to the bar Friday nights and shooting pool and playing beer pong. They have no problem with that.
And she gonna fight with him.
It's only us that where our quote unquote version of trailer trash is looking for Ivy League.
They want you,
Marcus
Graham. They want Marcus Graham.
You inspired me, brother.
The programming has been
Boomerang.
Yeah, you on your Marcus Graham. Marcus.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get to the meat of this conversation. The meat, as the ladies, I know you guys looking forward to the meat. Pause. Hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is King Talk. If it's your first time, we like to try to go ahead and give a little bit more topics on the front end. That's different from the meter. Go ahead. You talk to Shan.
I'm about to say.
I thought that was Shan talking.
Yeah,
go ahead.
let me say one thing. Somebody said using terminology like Pookie and Ray Ray is divisive in itself. Look, bro, I'm in the business of calling spades spades. You understand? I'm not in the business of calling all our men kings because a lot of them don't fucking act like it. I'm not in the business of calling all our women queens because a lot of them don't act like it. Right? I'm giving it to you straight raw.
There needs to be a distinction between the classes.
You have to. You have to.
Women, y'all need to set the distinction amongst yourselves. I said this before. Y'all need to realize what y'all need to dictate what's a bitch and a hoe, because y'all supposed to be queens and y'all call each other bitch all day over the phone.
Right.
Bitch. What bitch? Don't tell me that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
And to the comment, like he was trying to make a parallel between like colorism, right? The separation between like light-skinned folks and dark-skinned folks. There is no parallel there, my brother. None. If you act in a certain way, I'm gonna treat you and call you exactly how you acting.
Damn. There you go. You said it first. Oh, we got the numbers up, man. I want to definitely give these guys their flowers. Make sure you guys follow Trill. He's over there at Cruise Season. You see the sign in the back right there. Get him a follow. Check him out. Ricky Williams also. Ricky Williams Boxing.
Y'all don't come over there. Y'all don't come over there, though. It's cool. I understand.
Y'all heard it, right? Y'all don't come over there. So make sure y'all head over there to Ricky Williams Boxing. And make sure you support Chicago Really. You found him over here. This home turf, King Rio home turf. Shannon Rawls. There it is. YouTube and IG. Make sure you guys go ahead and check him out in the Quest. His home turf. You'll find him over here. So make sure we support each other. Make sure we hold each other down whenever they go live. Make sure we flood the chats.
Hold on.
Put the ones in the chats over there as well. Go ahead, Quest.
Ricky, I didn't know you had a YouTube channel.
Ricky Williams Boxing, sir. Just do a search for Ricky Williams Boxing.
My bad. I was thinking that was the IG.
Oh, well, you know, we all messed up.
That's my don't worry, I'll be over there. I'll be over there.
All right. Yeah. So let's make sure we go ahead and support each other. over
Appreciate
here.
that.
It's
appreciate you,
all
bro.
love. It's enough room for everybody. So let's go ahead and support each other, y'all. And in the meantime, I guess get them likes up.
Yeah.
Let's go and get to the meat of the conversation right
And
now.
what's happening?
Here we go. Let's talk about this men who say happy wife, happy life. I did seen a little short Trill had too. As soon as I put it together, I seen a short. But I think Smooth was talking about it. So shout out to y'all over there. But let's talk about that. I'm gonna play a little clip that I ran across. Y'all know I'm good with these clips now. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play that clip and we're gonna talk about it. But just in general, real quick. Happy wife, happy life. Is this what we was taught?
That's what we was taught. It's
That's what
wrong
we
as
was
fuck,
taught?
though. Wrong as
Okay.
fuck.
All right. Is there anybody that doesn't who agrees with this statement still to this day? It's okay. It's a safe space. We're not trying to attack anybody. So I just want to try to see, you know, if it's gonna be an echo chamber or not.
No.
Okay. I just want to make
Hey,
sure.
somebody lying on here.
No.
Somebody lying.
It's
think so?
bullshit. No. Fuck that one-way shit. That's some one-way ass shit. I don't do one-way relationships.
Okay.
I don't do them. Fuck all that.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip. If you gentlemen, to this day right now, I want you to put let's do an odd number because we always do one. Put a 9 in the chat right now, men, if you agree with this terminology. I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip and we're gonna break it down and discuss it. Welcome to King Talk.
I have been married for almost 14 years. And I was of the notion that it was happy wife, happy life. A few years ago, the Holy Spirit told me, he said, you are putting undue pressure on your husband to make you happy. And that's not fair. And I was like, I not supposed to do that? He had to teach me that I'm not supposed to put all of the pressure on my husband to make me as a human being happy. Everything that is in our society says cater to the woman, make her happy. And the Holy Spirit had to check me. He was like, your relationship is lopsided. So for my wives, stop putting pressure on your husband to make you happy. Find those things that you enjoy and do that. And let your husband, your partners, let their love be icing on the cake.
All right, guys, you heard the context. She's saying that she too was under the impression that happy wife, happy life. But she's found a new direction. And her direction is that is not the way. And
But
she's
the Holy
advising
Spirit.
wives. Said the Holy Spirit. And church say, amen. The Holy Spirit has blessed us. Yes.
Jesus had to come down and let her.
She has awakened.
In the ground.
She is out of the sunken place. She said she's advising the wives to put that pressure on your husband no longer.
14 years. 14 years.
Gentlemen, let's talk about this, man.
Jesus to make the change. Boy, I tell you.
Let's go ahead and break this down. I want to hear from King and Trail first. I know they've been kind of laid back ones tonight, so let me get to them first. Go ahead.
Happy wife, happy life. I don't believe in that. I believe in happy spouse, happy house. And I've been saying that for years. And that's why a lot of them men in the older generations, was dying at 50, 52, 53, because they was just putting so much undue pressure on themselves. Try to please the woman, try to make your woman happy. It's not your responsibility to make her happy. She is responsible for her own happiness the same way you are. You only responsible for not fucking it up. Those are two different things. You shouldn't be the source of her happiness. But you shouldn't be driving it off of the cliff. Is what your responsibility is. But we was raised to, it's like, nah, you know what I'm saying? You find your woman, you take care of your woman, whatever your woman say, man. She gonna be complaining, she emotional, she this, she that. And if you want peace, just do what she say. Just make her happy. That type of shit. So a lot of us was raised up under that, umbrella and had to learn pretty quickly that should lead you to an early grave. You know what I'm saying? Or that'll lead you working 65 hours a week when you really only need to work 40 because you try to stay away from the crib because you get on your goddamn nerves. So it's just, again, when you get older and you live life, you get to realizing the problems that men in older generations had, but they just covered it up. So you're just so proud. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why one thing proud about this generation of, and I'm not proud of a lot about our generation, but I'm proud of it of, like, it ain't no more honor in taking less than as a man today. Niggas ain't going. If I'm not happy, you will be replaced. You will be removed. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, you know, pleasing you and like what my responsibility is. We like that whole one-sided shit, bro. Like, that's why even with the whole notion of, and I hear people say this too a lot, you know, the man has to love the woman more for the relationship to work. I hate that fucking saying, because that echoes the same sentiment that happy wife, happy life does. No, that should not be the case. We should be mutually infatuated with each other. And if we are not, that shit is gonna drive head first off a cliff. It's gonna last for a while, but it's gonna go head first off a cliff, because if you're not getting that reciprocity from her, you're gonna go in the streets and go get it. So it's going to be a matter of time. No, you find somebody you equally yoke with. You find somebody where the infatuation is equal, and then y'all build from there. Like, both of us should feel like it's a privilege to be there. Not me pulling somebody that's out of my league and just trying to live up to what her standard is, as a lot of niggas did in older generations. So, yeah, no, I don't agree with that at all. Happy spouse, happy house, all that happy wife, happy life shit. That's not going in 2022. I know in our generation, that shit ain't going. I don't know what the older men was doing, but that ain't us.
All right, go ahead, Rio.
Very similar sentiments. I don't feel my happiness should be determined by your level of happiness. I think I'm in charge of my happiness, and you should be in charge of your happiness. I mean, just to put things into perspective, you could have come into this relationship unhappy, and you could have been disguising it all along. Your unhappiness could be rooted in all of this baggage that you collected into the world before you even came into this house. And now it's up to me to make you happy every day and almost distract you from the self-work that you need to do in order to be happy within, right? You might as well even go ahead and say, when you're wrong, you're right, right? You might as well even go with that, right? And so it almost puts me in position to have to be subservient to you, and that is not my role. I was not designed to be that for you. So I'm gonna pause it there, and then we'll circle back. But that's my initial thoughts.
All right, there you go. Let's see, Shan with the kiddo. All right, gentlemen, Quest, Ricky, Rilla.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like this is beta nigga shit here. Like, and I don't really talk to betas like that, or people that think this type of stuff. I don't know. I got so much going through my head on this. One, for example, right? Like, imagine, especially seeing that we're in the era of materialistic type of, there's so much emphasis on materialism and things like that. Imagine seeing that money and finances is one of the major causes to divorce now, right? You have a wife who wants top of the line shit, the high end bags, high end shoes all the time, the high end this. She want to live in a nice ass house, all these different things, bro, and is unwilling to make any sacrifices for the future, like for their relationship to stand the test of time, as we stated before. Man, you'll be able to keep these fronts up for a little bit, keep them up for a little bit, till your bank account on $4,000 negative. You're in the hole, losing your home, losing your cars, losing all this stuff, because all this time you've been trying to keep her happy with bullshit, materialistic things. This is just one thing I'm talking about, right? And this can stretch over a whole series of things. Man, look, you can keep it up for a minute. In the long term, your relationship will not stand the test of time, man. It will not. You have to have sacrifice. If you, gentlemen, start vetting these women. Be serious about who you are marrying. Be very intentional about your vetting process. Because if you end up with a woman who is unwilling to sacrifice and all she thinks about is her happiness, man, you will not stand the test of time. Right now, do I have, be candid with y'all, because I fuck with y'all, right? Right now, we're living in our duplex. It's 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Will we like more space? Yes. Can we afford more space? Yes. But we're practically living for free here. Why would we put ourselves in a more financial, like in a lesser financially, a lesser financial position by going to go get this bigger house? That, yeah, sure, we can afford it. But it's not going to help us in the long run. Right now, we can save money and invest here. Take this money, go and buy this, invest in this thing, get a new business here, bring in more income. Meanwhile, while we just sitting and chilling, living for free right now, because we got tenant downstairs that's paying it. These are sacrifices and things that have to happen with inside of a relationship, man. Fellas, be intentional about your vetting process. That's it.
I do kind of want to speak on the older generation. It may not be all, but I do know of some older men. It might be in their 70s, 80s right now, where keeping a woman happy was giving them peace. So as long as they kept that woman happy, then they didn't have to hear a nag.
Imagine if they picked better.
I agree.
Imagine if they picked better.
I agree.
Imagine if they were a little bit more intentional about their vetting process.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that what you're seeing happening is that men are becoming a little bit more woke, and that's where I think the women are starting to get a little bit scared because the men are voicing their concerns, opinions. They are now saying that they have standards, or at least maybe they had standards but never addressed it. And maybe women are just like afraid that they won't get picked, because a lot of men was tolerating a lot of bullshit. Back in the day.
Oh yeah.
And even still to this day. But thank God for spaces like the Lapeef Network and Crew Season, Ricky Williams of Boxing, and Shan. And then you have like so many personalities and so many guys. They're waking up now. And so now we're starting to get it. Because let's be frank, wasn't a lot of fathers in the household. I don't know the stats. I don't have the stats. But a lot of people didn't grow up with fathers. They didn't teach them anything. They didn't teach them the game. You may have fathers. It could have been a possibility fathers may have been present within the home, but doesn't necessarily mean that they was getting the game that they needed. They was just there. I mean, it's a lot of people that just exist in the house because he's working his 9 to 5. She's working her 9 to 5. The kids go to school. They come home and they cook. Everybody fucking tired. Everybody irritated. They go to sleep and they just keep repeating the same process. Every now and then. Nowadays, you may see kids more in sports now. But if they want athletic, then what are they doing? Even right now, they probably just sit on their goddamn tablets all day, and that's what's keeping them company because nobody's engaging one another. The grown folks on their phones, the kids on their tablets and their phones, and there's no community that's being built within the household. So some people turn to us for hope. And especially since I know KS was hope for a lot of people. So as we move forward, it's going to be quite interesting, man. But I did want to point that out, that I think that a lot of men was looking for peace and looking to grow their family. Like they had some other things that they was really thought was more important than probably the vetting process. But now that we have more opportunity, I think it makes sense for us to start prioritizing. And as we look forward to building better families, better relationships, we start vetting. I think Chaotic was actually talking about it earlier, about making sure it has something to do with vetting. So even if you recognize people had, like they were fat or they had mental issues or something like that, and I think you might have had a slight point. And I don't know if you guys think about it, but if you are aware of certain things, then maybe you should stay away from it. And in the long run, we could build better communities. I think it might be a little truth to that. I don't know. What do you guys think? I see Shannon over there smiling. I don't know if you agree with me or if you're like, what the fuck? But like, does it make sense? Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, but I'm not really sure what you said.
Well,
I just want to say, yeah. I'm really saying, yeah.
Okay.
You said so much.
Well, earlier they were just talking about they were talking about genocides, and so he was thinking that he was basically breaking down if we know certain things, people have certain characteristics or traits or habits or something like that. If we vet that deep like that, then we could ultimately maybe have better families. So if we knew somebody had a mental illness, so to speak, we would not have children with them because then they would had a possibility of choosing a child or creating a child that has mental issues. If somebody is on the bigger side, then we know, and they're diabetic, 9 times out of 10, when we create a child together, that child may be a diabetic. So that's kind of like what he was speaking on. Still part of the vetting process. I mean, granted, some things we may not even know that they have it until later, because a lot of people mask things pretty well in the beginning, and then you find out later that this person is crazy or they have this. But the obvious things, if you know it and you know better, then don't I guess procreate with them.
White folks do this. They take that shit very seriously, and I believe probably Asian community does too. They take that shit very seriously on who they procreate with, who they marry.
Yeah. Hold on. It's a correction. It's like eugenics, not genocide. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, hopefully that makes a lot of sense, y'all. I'm fucked up. Hey,
I was about to say, damn, this conversation going a hard left. Whoa.
I knew what you meant, JR. But but
it is because somebody texted me about somebody saying something about genocide, I think, and they told me
it was like genocide. I said, "Oh, let me just be like, what y'all talking about?"
I seen your eyes get big too, Shan. Like,
He try to get us to stamp it too. That's the wild. She say, y'all agree, right? I don't know, gang. I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah, like wealthy communities in other cultures, they're very serious.
Shit.
They're very serious about that, bro. Like these rich families, they want their daughter, their offspring marrying the equivalent Joe Dirt. Since we had issue with Pookie and Ray Ray, we're gonna call it Joe Dirte. You know what I'm saying? They don't want they Lily marrying Joe Dirt. They're real intentional about that, and I believe it's like that in other cultures too. So yeah, I think honestly we should do the same. Like I said multiple times on this platform. It was I was looking for a woman who was raised with both her parents in the household, because I know that was going to lessen my chances of dealing with a lot of foolish, ignorant, mindless, dumb shit that we have in our community. I'm lessening the chances that I have to deal with of experiencing that stuff, because I was very intentional about who it was I'm trying to marry and trying to build with, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think vetting is important too, but I think also like men got to get out of our own way. What I mean by getting out of our own way is taking so much pride in being low maintenance and accepting less than. Like men literally beat our chest to the fact that, oh no, you don't gotta buy me nothing. No, I don't need nothing from you. You ain't gotta give me nothing. I'm good. I'm just you. Whatever you need, just you. It's never us. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, in our head, we build up resentment when she don't do shit. We may not say it, we may not speak on it, but again, I spoke about reciprocity earlier. If you running through brick walls from your woman, and she ain't giving you no type of reciprocity on the back end, there's going to be a bit of resentment there. But we don't understand the fact that we programmed her to be that way. When we like, nah, I don't need nothing. You ain't got to buy me no gifts, no. Nah, hell no. Take that back. You spend that money on stuff. No, like, man, got to get out of our own way with that shit. It's okay for us to enjoy nice things. It's okay for us to get bought gifts. It's okay for us. Like, we like random ass pair of shoes too. We like random trips and shit like that too. I think men got to like really start demanding what it is that we want from women. Like, we walk into the relationship so low maintenance, and then stress ourselves on taking care of the family, taking care of the wife, taking care of the cousin, taking care of our boys, taking care of the business, taking care of everybody that we run ourselves in. And then, again, just have so much built up resentment, but a lot of that shit is self-imposed. There is no honor in accepting less than. If y'all don't listen to shit else I say tonight, especially young dudes, there is no honor in accepting less than. Find you a woman that's willing to go above and beyond for your ass the same way you do for her. Period. And the relationships will be a lot better. But as long as we try to down this, I'm a man here, I don't need nothing from nobody, the relationship is going to reflect that. And you're going to be miserable as hell.
Hey,
It's
Trill,
real.
hey, you know what's the dopest thing my girl told me the other day? So we've been planning out summer. I missed a couple of Chicago. Listen, man, Chicago in the summer is an amazing city to be in. So we've been planning out a couple things, and we was planning for August, right? Because we got the Lapeef experience, and then we got a couple other things in August. I said, man, this is about to be expensive. I said, man, we finna go. We gonna be broke.
This Chicago.
Wait, hold on. Let me tell you what she said. She said, my nigga, we ain't never gonna be broke. You hear what I said? A woman told me, we ain't never gonna be broke, nigga. And that's what we talking about, right? So for the men who say, I did want to piggyback on something else real quick, because I know a lot of times we get in these spaces and we clown Generation X and the baby boomers, and we lay a lot at their feet, man. And I just want to say, me personally, because I had a chance to spend some time with someone I would consider an elder and a mentor yesterday, and he probably subscribed to Happy Wife, Happy Life. And the one thing that we got to do a better job of is giving them old heads grace, man. They did the best they can with what they had to work with. And what we really are doing is adjusting to our times. We supposed to take what they gave us, what worked, what didn't work. We supposed to take that and build on it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a fan of y'all niggas was simp, like all these conversations we be having, them 90s songs. Yeah, y'all was simps in the 70s, and what's the song Teddy P had, My Latest Greatest Inspiration? Y'all niggas still listen to that? Y'all step to that? Like, why y'all playing, man? What's the joint? Even Neo, the Baby You Make Me Bet, like all these songs, man. So I say that to say, shout out to I know the young lady in that video. I've known her since she was a teenager. And she's speaking to Christians specifically. So I know the comment was made like, dang, it took God to come down. She practiced, like, me, myself, I consider myself a Christian, but I'm not in the faith like that. But if it took Holy Ghost to reveal that to her, number one, salute to her, because she's still a young woman and she's been with a dude 14 years. And her husband is a solid brother. But I really hope that women would hear what she was saying. Whether it came from Holy Spirit, whether it came from Buddha, Allah, whether it came from Mesopotamia, I hope that women would hear the message and the heart of what she was saying and understand that. And then I would also hope that for the brothers, because again, for me, I like to use myself as a real life example that, I'm a man of a certain age. At one point, I subscribed to that theory, happy wife, happy life. I think my granddad subscribed to that theory. He was very low maintenance, Trill. My granddad was very low maintenance, very low maintenance. And everything that we tend to talk about in these spaces, he took on and didn't bat an eye. He's not my biological granddad, but he's my granddad. You dig what I'm saying? So what we have learned now and what we're adjusting to now in this space is for men to stay focused and be intentional and stay on their purpose. And then you both should be pouring into each other. That's the balance of it all, fam. Like, why we be making simple stuff so difficult? All y'all boss bays out there, and all y'all, I got my PhD, and I'm a strong, independent Black woman. Like, it's kind of like what Ricky said, and I understand his frustration. It's like, man, if dudes are on their purpose and on their function, then why y'all can't get in line, fam? God, dog, do you somebody said it earlier about, man, a dude would turn the earth upside down. Man, hey, for my little boo thing, man, hey, man, I will split a nigga head to the white meat. I will move because of how she treats me and because of how she moves, because of how I know she's 10 toes down for me. Regardless of what goes on in these spaces, all these little comments of what y'all niggas think. That young lady think the world of me, fam.
And that's the least that I'm gonna do for her is split a nigga to the white meat. That's the
We
least.
No, nigga, we saw you in action. Calm down, Quest. We saw you in action. The point being is that, man, we gotta get to these spaces. And I agree, go where you celebrate it and not tolerate it. I agree with all that, fam. But we really gotta stop like sugarcoating this thing and putting too much sauce on it, man. It's really, really simple. If dudes are on a purpose and function, and ladies, I agree with Ricky, man. Why y'all can't fall in line and do what y'all supposed to do? Because it is happy house, happy spouse, right? I mean, happy spouse, happy house. Because if you guys are pouring into each other, then what's my biggest concern should be your concern, and what concerns you should concern me. And if I'm looking to solve that and you're looking to solve, then it's equal balance in that sense. It's not that, to me, it's not that hard, man. It's not that hard.
It's difficult when your ego in the way.
I agree. I don't argue. Hey, Ricky, I don't argue with my lady, G. We have disagreements. That happens. I don't argue with her, man.
Right. But as far as the happy wife, happy life, I never subscribe to that, man. That's bullshit, bro. I don't do one-way relationships. All right, happy wife, happy life implies that it only matters what the woman feels and what she think is good and happy. Now, fuck all that, bro. The rule in this house is we both got a job to do. We both got a job to do, and you should be happy. When I look at my wife and she doing her thing, whether she coming in from work or she cooking or we just sitting vibing, we out for dinner, she makes me smile. Right? I'm happy. I'm happy with her because I'm happy. Right? The real truth is that people don't, y'all think y'all supposed to get something for free. Y'all think y'all supposed to get something for free, right? It's funny how niggas will eat free up, bro. Now, the only thing that's free that people can't stand is the truth.
Tamika, you don't want that.
Right? And the truth of the matter is, if you're trying to be with somebody, you're going to have to give up something. Oh, you got to love me as I am. This is me. This is just what it is. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Everybody not a likable person all the time. Hell, I know I'm not. I could be an asshole at times. A lot of times.
What?
Right? But if you like, this is what's so confusing to me. Like, I know I keep saying this, but I can't get my head around. I can't get my head around it. Like, if you're sexually attracted and you like your mate, what's the fucking problem? If you got to wrap your head around all this shit you got to do just to be with a person, you don't like them, then why are you there? It's the dumbest shit I ever heard of. And the crazy part after that is then you knowing in your heart, you know what I'm saying, in your mind, in your chest that you don't like them, but you're going to try to bend it to something they doing when they just being them. They just being them. A marriage is about sacrificing duty. It's about sacrificing duty. We both got a job to do. And just because you're not happy don't mean you can't do it. Plenty of y'all work somewhere. Y'all go Monday. Y'all just got back from holiday. You weren't happy to get your ass up and go to work today, but you did it. You think JR happy to edit these videos every goddamn night when he got barbecues to go to and family functions and shit? Hell no, but he do it. Find somebody that's worth that for you. Stop wasting y'all time bullshitting. And if you can't find nobody worth it for you, Stay single. Stop breaking these people up and putting them back on the street for somebody else to deal with. Nigga, that's your girl. That's your girl. Old girl, that's your man. A lot of y'all not married because you're fucking selfish. That's the truth of the matter. And you want to put all these other conditions and other shit on it like that ain't what it is. You're selfish. You like your life. You like moving the way you move. You're happy. Shut the fuck up. We both got a job to do. We sat down before God and said we gonna get it done. And I'm not failing at my marriage. You know why? Because I'm gonna keep trying, Shannon. You hear me?
Did you hear what I said?
That's all I got.
All right. We'll take on four calls. I got 2 people in the back. I'll probably take on 1 more, maybe 3 calls. Make sure you guys keep it brief. If you guys hear me saying that means that you guys have been talking entirely too long.
Wrap it up, B.
Yeah, that's that wrap it up.
B.
So if you guys hear that, I understand. I mean, sometimes I give instructions on the front end and you guys still don't comprehend it in the middle, but some way, somehow we'll meet. So I'll bring up Black Thoughts first. What's going on, brother? How you doing? You on mute, just so you know. There you go.
I'm all right, gentlemen. How are y'all doing? Been watching y'all for a minute. Thank you for what y'all been doing. Listen, happy life, happy wife. Get that up out of here. I don't know where anyone think that came from, but that's from the gynocracy. It ain't my job to make sure she's 100% happy. Now, there's a percentage in that I have to play. Very small percent, but there's a percentage in that I have to play. I have to make sure she's provided for. I have to make sure she's protected. But I'm supposed to make sure she's happy, because you know what that means? That means I have to succumb to her every whim. If you succumb to a woman's every whim, your life is hell. Man, let me tell you, and not you guys, but other guys. I get to the point, brother, I don't even listen to women anymore. And not to say like when my wife speak to me, I don't listen to her. It's just to say like, look, man, most of the time they don't even know what the hell is best for themselves. I'm not listening to you. That whole happy wife, happy life garbage, like whoever came up with that, they could thrash it, trash it. I'm not doing none of that. Like, because guess what? If I'm not feeling some sort of happiness and contentment, we all feeling. You ain't just gonna be like, yeah, you gotta cater to me 24/7, because women will run you in a circle. Yo, my listen, one time it was something going on with a person I know and his wife, and he was like, yo, women that have you on a wild goose. And if anybody know what a wild goose is, they will. Like, come on. That's just pure nonsense. Like, you know, men better understand, man, what your place is, what you got going on. If you got a family, you know what I mean? You know what it is. Like, nah, that happy wife, happy life shit, you about to be in full misery. Like, if you think that's the way to go, because the person that you standing here talking about, I'm gonna make happy, she don't even know what makes her happy. That's going to change every hour, every other day, depending on what circle she have around her, what they say. That's going to change. You better have some foundation, and you definitely better alert her to what the foundation is and to who needs to find her happiness.
Mm-hmm. Hey, real quick, Can somebody in the chat define gynocracy for me? Like, you know what I mean? I don't even know what that means, bro. I hate to be that guy. Like,
It's what black culture is right now. The gynocracy. Bunch of women running this joint to the ground. And if men don't step up and take control, we gonna find out what's really going on.
Well, power only concedes to power. So when we talk about men taking control, you got brothers that are building and talking about these things in the space, but power only concedes to power. They're not gonna, automatically turn it over, because they're benevolent, right? So we got to continue to push. I'm just not to you specifically, Black Thoughts. I'm just saying to people in general that's in the chat. We got to continue to push, have these conversations, build, and put some structure around this thing, because women do have power and control in some sense, and they're not going to concede that. They're drunk with power right now.
Well, can I say something though? Black women, they've already given up.
Final thoughts.
They've already given up their power, but they've given up their power to white zaddy Democrat. Pay attention. If you really look, that's where they've given up their power to. He controls everything they feel, do, and say. That's why Shorty out here twerking on the beach. Guess what? When her handlers tell her it don't look good for you, she ain't gonna do it.
I got you. All right, Black Thoughts. I do want to kind of get this other guy on because we approaching near that time. I definitely appreciate the support. I do recall seeing you on Sage Talk as well, so I know you've been supporting the network. Appreciate that, brother.
All right, man. Y'all have a good night.
All right, you too. Thanks for calling in, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hey, Quest. I'm doing a show tomorrow. Tap in with me. It's called Patriarchy, Matriarchy, and Gynocracy, and what's the difference between them. I'm gonna teach everybody the difference between it. A lot of people think that gynocracy is a government by women. No, that's what a matriarchy is. In simple terms, a gynocracy is a government of women ran by men for the benefit of women. That's the difference. So patriarchy is men, papa, men, men run the world, men-centered government. Matriarchy, women ran government. They make all the laws, they do all the work, so on and so forth. But a gynocracy is where men are in charge, but what they're doing is for the benefit of women.
What time you going live tomorrow, Shane?
8 o'clock tomorrow night.
Okay.
For that show. It's
right,
the next
I got
highlight.
you. No, I got you.
What's going on, Dub Will, sir? How you doing? Welcome to the show, brother. What do you have for us?
What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Dub, what's happening?
Yes, sir.
What's happening? First of all, let me shoot the previous generation, my dad's generation, some bail on the happy life. I guess it must have been because he was a country dude. I never saw that from him. He always used to say, "Y'all niggas ain't gonna drive me crazy." So I guess I never saw that. But I want to speak on what y'all were talking about earlier about interracial marriage and all that. Full disclosure, I'm married to a Hispanic woman. My wife's Mexican, right? And we're trying to have a child. And one of my friends asked us, if you had a daughter when she got of age, would you rather her be with a black dude or be with a Mexican dude? And I never really thought about it. But then I started paying attention to like younger people, because I'm 34. People might be like 10 years younger than me. Of both sex, I don't really see a lot of marriage-minded people, period. So I don't know if I can really put a race on it in any direction. I was like, I would just like her, or if I had a son, or like him, just be with somebody that actually wants to be a husband or wants to be a wife. So I'm thinking down the line, what is the whole interracial marriage, or is that even gonna be a factor 20 years from now?
That's the thing that we're worrying about. That's so, and that's why we're having these conversations, particularly in the Black community. We're having this conversation the most out of everybody else because we see the writing on the wall. 40 years from now, are we going to be here? as a community, as a culture, are we gonna be here? ADOS, Black Americans. Are we gonna be here? Because if we're not connecting with each other, we're arguing, we're fighting. I think it's a progressive argument. Actually, I'm more optimistic about it, but I know a lot of people are looking at it like, like it's like the end of days. But I understand why they see it that way, because it's like the kids don't want to get married. They're not thinking about it. The girls only want a baby. They don't want to be a wife. They don't want to be married. See, before it was, I want to be married. I want to be married. And we later realized, oh, that's all you wanted to be was married. You just wanted to have the marriage. You just wanted a wedding. You planned your wedding and didn't plan your relationship. And you look at it now, the damn gender reveal and baby showers are more lavish than the weddings are. They popping blue smoke in the air or pink smoke, depending on what baby you got. Those things is laid out. You listen to Saweetie. She's one of the female rappers. I talk about her all the time. When she did her interview last year after her album came out, she was like, interviewer from BET asked her, said, what's next for you now that your album is out? She said, oh, I want a baby. And interviewer was like, well, who you dating? She was like, well, I don't have a man, but I just want a baby. It's like, well, don't you? Well, and she made it seem like, well, men are optional. Being a man, this is after, her and Offset broke up. So she's like, oh, man is optional. I just need the baby. That's all I want. I don't need nothing else. A guy is going almost as if men are burdensome to a degree. When you look at Sierra's Prayer, that came out on Summer Walker's album. Sierra's Prayer is telling women, get your baby, then pray for a man to take care of you and the baby. Not get a man and then create a family. That's not the prayer. So when you ask Brother Dub Will, I think I said that right, or what are we looking like in 20 years? Oh my God, man. If we don't get it together and start loving on each other the right way and put things back in order the way they should be, it's looking grim. But I think we're going to get it together. That's what I personally think.
Did he answer your question, Dub? Well,
no, he didn't answer the question.
Did he answer your question or did he give you clarification?
Partly, but the way I look at things, I'm looking more from because I agree with you. But I look at like American or Western society at large. Usually, historically, you've seen that a lot of the ills that have been on our society tend to leak out, and it starts with us. And then you look like, for example, the drug problem that started with us. No one cared until it reached middle America. Now it's opioid crisis. So from what I see, I'm around a mixed demographic of people where I'm at. The single motherhood issue, the not want to get married issue started with us. We're starting to see that leak out into other different communities.
It didn't start with us though. That's the whole thing, my boy. It didn't start with us. This is programmed. This is societal programming at its best, and no one wants to recognize that. The truth of the matter is, and I understand your point, Doug. Will, you saying that why should it be an issue if people going to be together? Because no matter what, if y'all think of legal standing, the way the world really works in this country, especially the Western civilization of the United States of America, right? It's a lot easier to conquer and devise individuals than it is a family. People who have a set plan and have the people and the manpower behind it. That's what they're doing over here. Is they're destroying the family, right? Marriage is an institution, right? It really is an institution. It's something that's that you shouldn't have government involved, but unfortunately, if you're part of the system, it comes with certain perks and certain caveats that can be used to leverage yourself down the line, right? That's just the fact of the matter, right? And unfortunately, just like you just said, a lot of people want the baby. Like you said, some people want a baby and not the husband. And a lot of these dudes don't need women, stuff like that. What that means is at that point, once everybody gets split up, bro, and no one has anyone else to count on but themselves, at that point, it's easy to conquer a nation. You don't even need force at that point. All you need is influence. All you need is influence and a way to deliver that message.
Well, appreciate it because, like I said before, we're trying to have a kid and trying to think as a potential father. I start thinking even more so down the line than I normally do. So I really like listening to King Talk and listening to Lapeef Network in general just to get a different perspective on things. So appreciate that, fellas.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
All right, Doug. Good to see you, bro.
All right. Thanks for the support too, Doug Will. Good to see you, brother.
Doug Will, stay in the super chats.
That's a now what Doug was talking about. That's a planned pregnancy for real. Shout out to him.
Yep.
All right, it's the last one right here, fellas. Last one. We get up out of here. Malik, before I bring you up, sir, you're going to have to keep it brief. Seeing you on Sage Talk.
Oh, shit.
Malik. Background, Malik.
Malik.
Malik,
turn off the YouTube.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it down. All right, how about that? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
us? Yes.
Yeah,
Can we hear you? Can you hear us?
I can't hear y'all though.
Well, you should turn the volume up from whatever you're watching on. Just turn the volume up there.
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Let's give him a second.
Let me see if I can figure out what's going on here.
Come on.
Malik, we can hear you fine. You just need to turn the
volume
YouTube
on there.
Come on.
Oh man.
Well, while you doing that, make sure you guys go ahead and
Can
grab
you hear me
tickets to
now?
Atlanta. Yeah, can you hear us?
We can hear you, bro. We can
While
hear
he
you.
getting that together, make sure you guys go ahead and get your tickets to Atlanta. Go ahead. Get that 50 Cent tea on, don't
You can hear me, but I can't hear you, so I'll speak anyway. Can y'all hear me?
Yes. We can hear you.
He got a big delay. Can you even see us?
Hey, Cameron said that's a brazier.
Okay, all right, I'll say that dealing with the topic, happy wife, happy life. Wow. You can hear me. I'm still, can y'all hear me?
Come on.
This is classic. This is classic.
Yeah.
Yes. Go. Talk.
Hey, Ricky,
All
this be our peers, Ricky.
I
These are the niggas we went to
agree
high
with
school.
happy life, happy wife.
Oh man, we ain't gonna make it. It'll be all
All
night.
right.
You do?
I think that it's happy wife, happy life also imply same with the husband too. I believe that we should want to make our wife happy. I mean, and I heard the last brother saying the small things, and then he mentioned protecting your wife, providing for her. Well, I don't consider them small things. That's big things in a marriage. That's what our job is to protect our wives and provide for them. And likewise,
Is that his phone?
Can y'all hear me?
do the same.
Yeah, you good, Rio. Is that his phone?
Provide for us. We do that. But I think if
This is
do
killing me.
that will bring happiness to the family. I think we caught up in a lot of what I hear from on here. It seems like
JR,
I think that we can have a wife and love her without taking care of her. Without respecting her.
Hey, what's that? A TikTok?
Hold on.
This one got all type of shit. Who at the front door? He dropped off.
My
Thank
stomach
y'all.
hurt is so bad right now, bro. My stomach is in knots, bro.
Y'all have a good night. You know what I'm saying? On my Russell shit. Let's go. Get it.
Oh, my stomach is in knots, boy.
Hey, we done heard it all tonight, man.
Jesus.
I was trying to figure out, was that a tank top? I ain't never seen no tank top like that.
Mm.
He had the gun it on, boy. He had the
He said the gun it.
You out there looking
gun
like
it tee
Camera
on.
said that's a brassiere, man. That's a brassiere.
wow. Wow. Wow.
Hey, shout out to the old dude, man. You know what I
Man,
mean?
shout out to the triple OG CDE, man. Shout out.
Hey. Oh man, I bet you the grill was on fire yesterday.
And I bet he ain't old. He not old in age. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Oh man, I bet you that barbecue was on fire yesterday, man.
Yeah, man. He be coming on stage talking, usually be on point, man. But he had a lot of shit going on. Somebody at the door, somebody calling his phone.
With the Jesus sandals, man.
He was on the grill. He manned the grill yesterday in Chicago.
Oh yeah. That's what
get that chicken wing. Don't want that.
he be at his house. Shit.
They asking, can the ladies come up, JR?
Nah, man, we're gonna keep it to the men, man. We'll keep it to the men, man. That was only like starting to get out of hand. So it's King Talk, so we're gonna do men only. With that being said, we definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in to King Talk tonight. Appreciate all the support.
Don't forget them super chats, my boy. Don't forget the super chat.
We had like 3, right?
I got them. David Jones, $5. Flip the script. Let's say the brother followed the wife's tradition. He wore a kilt because she's Scottish. They still get the smoke. Okay. Property to save my boy, $10. Appreciate you. Quest is right. Let's be clear. There are Mexican men who may not have a dollar in his name, but will have submissive wife regardless. But in our cultures, is if you're broke, you don't deserve submission. Conditional. Yes, sir.
To the left, to the left.
Lakeisha Michelle, $20.
Oh,
She got some money. She
Hey,
said,
Lakeisha, Shan.
happy spouse, happy house. Drop to your knees and keep that man, please. Girl, you better hold on. I got you.
Hey, Lakeisha fine too.
Come on, go.
Damn.
My boo thing.
Yes,
watch out now.
That's all we got. Huh?
All right. With that being said, appreciate you guys tuning in to King Talk. Make sure you guys get your tickets to Atlanta. That link is pinned to the top of the chat right now. Also, make sure you follow these guys on their platform. Again, we got Crew Season, Ricky Williams Boxing. We got Shannon Rawls, Quest, King Rio, and Chicago. Really, you found them here. They home turf.
Already.
Yeah, let's do it. We got JB Broken Dusty tomorrow. JB, make sure you hit me up.
Y'all, they say they want to do after hours, bro. I got y'all. If y'all want to swing on over to my channel, I'll open it up.
There you go. Head over to Ricky Williams Boxing.
Man, that's where the party at. Hold on.
Yeah, it's opportunity for you guys to go over there to get familiar with what's going on over there. So head over to Ricky Williams' channel right there. After hours over there. I appreciate you guys.
Ricky, drop the link.
I got you. Give me a second. I'm getting it going right now.
Yeah, shit. I might pull up too, man. Yeah, send me the link too. I'll pull up over there.
Hey, look, I gotta say this though, JR, before you get out. I know we gotta get the gentleman home, but listen, man, get y'all tickets for Atlanta. I keep telling y'all, if y'all miss Houston, Houston was a vibe. If you ain't never seen Trill act a fool, when we was at camp in Houston, yo, he pulled a Quest. He almost pulled a U on them doggone security folks at camp, man.
Yeah, that motherfucker had the grill in. He's like, gang.
He was
trying to hold on, trying to tell you.
He was on their head top. He was on their head top, but once we got in, it was a whole vibe. The weekend was all love. So shout out to everybody that came out to Houston. But man, Atlanta finna be stupid. So make sure Logic and Quest is sponsoring Magic City Mondays.
Look at Shan.
Hey, we ain't at the city. Shout out to the city, but we ain't at the city. I ain't saying where we going, but we ain't at the city though. Big shout out to Magic City though.
Yeah. You gotta be at the show to find out where we're going. But again, appreciate you guys. We are heading over to Ricky Williams' channel, so make sure you guys go over there. That's where we be at. Send me the link. I'll pop over there for about 15 minutes. Ricky, to support. Thank you, gentlemen. Rio, Shan, Quest, Trill, Rilla. Thank you guys. All right, y'all. We out, man. It's King Talk. Catch us next Tuesday, same time. You know what it is.
All right, fellas.
All right, y'all.
Take care, man.
Hey, Ricky, make sure you drop that link in the chat.
I'm on it.
Hey, everybody that's here, we heading over to Ricky Williams' channel. He's gonna drop the link in the chat. So you guys want to do a little after hours, make sure you guys stay on. Don't click off. Setting it up right now. Gonna go over there and head over there, y'all. Appreciate all the support. Make sure you guys get y'all tickets for Atlanta. We are live August the 5th and August the 6th. It's definitely going to be a vibe, y'all. Appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us. Shout out to the greatest network ever. This is King Talk. If you guys just tuning in, you're late. But guess what? Catch you on the replay. Appreciate all my mods. I see you, Tamika. Green Gang, I see you. Shout out to all the new members that have became members today. Salute to you. We got a lot of great things coming from the network, y'all. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all subscribe, set them alerts. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. Without you guys, we would not be where we are today. So we appreciate you over here at the Lapeef Network. Hope y'all enjoyed tonight's broadcast. It gets better, y'all. It gets better. Let's go. See you, big bad boy. Shout out to you, brother. I see you, Jordan. Everybody, let's head over to Ricky Williams' channel right now, y'all. Let's go ahead and support After Hours at Ricky Williams' channel. Let's go. Appreciate you, my guy, Chicago Rilla. Let's have a drink tomorrow, Rilla. Let's have a drink tomorrow, brother. Hey, y'all, we at Chicago. We at Ricky Williams' channel, y'all. Go over there. The link is pinned in the chat. Really just got through pinning it. Grab your tickets, ATL. Shout out to all the ladies. I know we got a lot of lady supporters over here at King Talk. We appreciate you guys. Hopefully you ladies are learning a few things or two. Hopefully you guys are understanding the perspectives from a man's point of view. That POV from a man's point of view. Get it right here, right now in the raw, baby. After Hours is over there. Ricky Williams boxing channel. Just put in Ricky Williams boxing and shit pop up. The mods are posting in the chat right now. Head over there right now. Appreciate all the support. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit that like button, family. It's the last track. It's the last track. Y'all make sure y'all head over there to Ricky Williams' channel. That's where the after hours at, y'all. Hit that like button. Thank you guys. Make sure y'all support the Lapeef Network, y'all. Appreciate you, JB. I see you. I see you, Rilla. For real, y'all. This is the last track right here. Everybody head over to Ricky Williams' channel right now. That's where the after hours at. We appreciate all the support. Make sure you guys follow each and every last one of the people that's on the platform right now, y'all. Let's support each other, y'all. Come on, let's go. Get y'all tickets to ATL August the 5th, August the 6th. It's one of my favorite tracks right here, y'all. Hit that like button for me. Hit that like button. It's better to give than to receive, y'all. Cheat code. It's the last track. I see you, Cindy Rowe. Appreciate all the work y'all do, Maz. Let's keep it up, man. Let's make sure we maintain this chat. Shout out to all my truck drivers. We on third shift. Shout out to you. As usual, second shift, you just getting off. Glad you made it. So to all my over the road drivers. Y'all be safe out there on that road. Appreciate you guys for holding us down. It's the last track, y'all. We over at Ricky Williams' channel. I just want to say thank you, guys.